And time to push on live.
Hello, hello.
Why's my phone making noise?
I assume it's bio.
No, it's not.
No?
It. Oh, bio. You better than you were a few days ago?
Me?
I mean, she's here, so she's not dying.
I'm here so I'm not dying, but the problem is, like, I know exactly why I was feeling under the weather, and it's, a combination of working in a petri dish, cough, the school system, and the fact that I really haven't taken a weekend of doing actually nothing since early January because I've been prepping for and doing things for the move. So, it's just my body yelling at me because I'm not taking care of it. So I was feeling much better on my actual birthday after taking 2 days to genuinely not do anything
Lies.
but play video games. Um, and now after a full day of packing and moving boxes today and having done the same pretty much yesterday, I'm very drained, but I am here, so thank you for asking, by the way, Bio.
Thought we were gonna have a situation there for a second, because, like, right after I hit the go live, my phone was like, hey, there's no internet connection on your Wi-Fi. I'm looking over at the laptop. I'm like, everything's cool here, phone. I don't know what you're freaking out about. But
Yeah, my phone and my tablet are both fine.
everything chill on my side, broski. Brosidon, king of the Brotians. So, so bio. How about that merman emblem, huh? Holy shit! Jesus Christ!
I didn't watch it, but the title suggested you guys may have wiped.
No, not. Edward didn't die. No, it was not game over for that reason. The map was just such goddamn horse shit that we kind of were just like, all right, screw it. Cause so the first we tried it like 3 times, right? It was a 2 hour long video. It was like 3 attempts. The first one, there was some misplays. Yeah, we sort of screwed up a bit on the first one. But second one was some fucking goddamn bullshit. And then the third one was going like really, really well until there just like, I mean, we played it the best we could. I don't think there was really, at least in that final attempt, I don't think there was really a strong misplay, but we just got bodied like pretty hard. First run through, we had a shit ton of unit deaths before we actually had a game over. Second run, I think. Second run, we forgot about a mage and accidentally walked one of our lords directly into range and got him killed. Third run, nobody died up until one of the lords took a attack to the face that they really that like they should not have been. Yeah, it was really unfortunate. Like, so it's just like, all right, we're done. We're done. Fuck it. We're not spending more than one episode on one, or more than one session on one map. It's time to call it. Let's just go play Zillia 2 instead. Last image from this set is actually one from a couple weeks ago.
Bio says, let me put it this way for you, Willow. Route map: kill 31 enemies. Do it in 7 turns, or you're just fucked. Every enemy has either silver weapons or brave/killer. Ooh.
Yeah, that. Yeah. It technically it's not. There wasn't a turn limit, right? It was just like it's a route map. Have fun. But they also explicitly tell you at the start of the map, they're like, on turn 7, a powerful enemy is going to spawn. So, like, clear it fast or fuck you, basically. So, we played as best we could while knowing we only had 7 turns. And shit went wrong. Also, yes, like, almost every... I don't think it was technically every single enemy, but almost every enemy in the entire map was rocking a silver weapon, a brave weapon, or a killer weapon. Like, all of them. It was a real problem. Alright. I don't know why, but I feel like that table is oddly far away today.
It does seem a little further away than usual. I just assumed I was going crazy.
Oh dear. I haven't even opened the image yet, but I see what you mean. My God. That is a wall of text. It's okay. We handle those. Not a problem.
Bio says it was also kind of really in your face about the fact that the game was very much not really designed around the idea that you'd actually let Owain die.
Yeah, like every shop we've been to ever since then is like, would you like these healing staves or these magic tomes or these things that you cannot use because Owain died? I like the thing is, even if Owain had died, he wasn't actually high enough level to class change, so it wouldn't have really helped that much anyways. Like, it's a very, very rude, like, it's essentially like Kaizo level difficulty is the way I look at it, and it's a fun concept. I really like the concept. I just wish the execution was less completely brutal, because it is. It's really like just plain brutal. The execution. I can't even talk. Like I'm so done with it. It's just like, all right. On the bright side, Zillia 2 started, and that's a fucking refreshment. I'll say this up front. It's not nearly as good as Zillia 1. I don't think. And like overall. But I love it nonetheless. So glad that that's going. One seems oddly wide, that image. Why does it seem wider than normal? Probably not, and I'm just being thrown off by Discord. Oh, you were busy this week, Bio.
Bio says it's not wider but shorter, so it displays as wider in Discord.
I definitely recognized it was shorter, but even like when it was open in the browser to download it, it sort of felt wider to me. Although it's probably because it wasn't like squishing it the way that it usually does, so that the whole image fits on the screen. There we go. Okay. Nope, that's not. I've confused Steam and OBS again. Fine. Everything's good. Alright, let's get over here. Adjust the screen a bit. Go. And where's my imagey button? 2 split ones were originally 1 image each. They had to be split because the text was too much. Understandable. Alright, let's see. It's almost like looking into a mirror. Oh, where am I? Wow, it's rare to see you, of all people, acting like this. I was almost starting to think you didn't even sleep in the first place. What was that voice? It almost sounded familiar. Alright, I got stuff to do today, so that's enough lazing around, so you'd better wake up, Dimitri. It changed? And what does it mean by wake up? Come on, everyone's worried about you. If you don't get up soon, then they'll probably start panicking, so please just wake up already. My head. Shez? Where am I? Oh, good, you finally woke up. You're actually in the infirmary right now. The infirmary? But how? What happened? The last thing I remember is being at the training field, but after that... You were distracted while you were overseeing today's magic practice session and got sent flying from a wind blast to the back after you stepped in front of one of Annie's spells. You've been out for a few hours now. Everyone's been pretty worried for you, though it seems like Dedu and Felix took it the hardest. I did. Now that you mention it, that is what happened, isn't it? How could I have been careless enough to do something so stupid? I mean, who actually walks onto a firing range like that? Yeah, who would ever do something like that? Anyways, you said I was out for a few hours, right? If that's so, then I need to get moving right away. There was still much I had to take care of today. And here we go again. No, Dimitri, you aren't leaving until you've gotten some actual rest, and no, being unconscious doesn't count. What are you talking about, Shez? I feel just fine. So if you'll please, I really must be... Again, no. The only reason you, of all people, would drop your guard like you did is from the mountain of exhaustion you pile on yourself. So even if you manage to get past me, you aren't getting past Mercy until you've managed to sleep for a while. Shez, I do appreciate the concern, but I have responsibilities I have to tend to, and I can't just ask someone else to do them for me. No, you don't. While you were unconscious, me and the others took care of all the chores you had to do around the camp today. Oh, except for the ones that genuinely needed your input, of course, so trust me when I say everyone in the camp wants you to just take it easy and relax today. Great, so I've even managed to burden the others with my carelessness as well. Ugh, you didn't burden any of us with this. The only thing we did was the work we already asked you to let us handle in the first place. We keep telling you that you don't need to give yourself so much work to do, but you just keep adding more onto your plate anyways and getting less and less sleep because of it. That's not true. Besides, this work is something I want to do, so I don't see what the problem is. Dimitri, don't you remember the talk you had with the others back in Ferdiad about not shouldering everything on your own? Of course I do, Shez. It should be obvious to anyone that I've been relying on you all far more often as of late than I used to. And why not just let us help with the small things like this, too? Do you not trust us to get these things right or something? What? Of course I trust you all. So why didn't you mention to anyone but me that you were going to bury the bodies from that village? Everyone else was shocked when I told them you'd already handled it on your own. It's not about trust. The jobs I do, they are my responsibility to see through. So I can't let anyone else be burdened with them other than myself. Ah, damn it. What is there I can even say that would make him realize he shouldn't be... Dimitri, do you know what you're being right now? I assume jackass is likely what you're getting at. No, I was gonna say you're being even worse about this than Cyril is about his jobs. Oh, come now, Shez. I don't really see what comparing me to Cyril is meant to... Oh. I've actually gotten that bad about... Yes. Oh. I hadn't even realized. Maybe you actually have been right then. I think I will actually just stay here to rest today after all. Finally. Oh, hey, I almost forgot. To try and calm her down a bit, Mercy helped Annie make you some cookies for after you woke up as an apology. Want me to ask him to bring the stuff over for you so you can have something to snack on? Sure, Annie will be relieved to see you're all right. I think I would appreciate that. Thank you. Even though I can't taste anything. A reminder, Dimitri has no sense of taste.
Correct.
Why is Dorothea always the hardest to write for? I don't know, Bio. Could not tell you. Thank you for inviting me for tea like this. I didn't really think you were the type to enjoy these kinds of things, Shez. Well, ordinarily I wouldn't really say this type of stuff is something I'd go out of my way to do, but I wanted to apologize for how badly I screwed up before with Flane, and I thought I should at least do something bigger like this to try making up for it. Well, I do appreciate the gesture, even if I am still a little mad over you telling Flane like you did about my singing. Even if that's mostly because of what happened after Flane came to talk to me. Yeah, I guess I do still kinda deserve that, so I can't blame you. Anyway, there's actually another reason I felt I should do something like this for you as well. Oh, really? What's that? Well, since it's honestly more of an inevitability at this point than anything that we'll be fighting the Empire's main forces soon, I kind of figured you might need something to help take your mind off of that. I don't think Bernie or Petra care all that much about it, but I know you at least were close friends with Edelgard before we took you in. Again, sorry about that. Oh, that's actually really kind of you to think about, Shez, but I'm not sure it's actually necessary. What do you mean? It is true that I am, or was, friends with Edelgard, but lately I've been getting the feeling that fighting her is the right thing to do, and that if we don't, something really bad is going to happen otherwise. Really? What's brought that on all of a sudden? I'm not really sure, to be honest, but it's something that I can't help but feel more sure about with each day that goes by. Okay, just figured I'd ask, but is it alright if I change the subject now? I'd really appreciate that, yes. In that case, sitting down with you like this actually reminded me that I recently was invited to a noble's tea party not too long ago. Oh, really? It was probably something to do with Sylvain, right? I bet it must have had something to do with a woman, or maybe that he just invited you so he could hit on you. Oh, no, nothing like that. I just had some bodyguard work I had to do recently, and the nobles I was looking after threw a tea party to pass the time. They even gave me a cup of the fancy tea they were drinking as thanks. Oh, wow, they did? Well, I'm sure that must have been some pretty high-quality tea you had, if that's the case. I guess so. I mean, to be honest, I couldn't really even tell if it tasted good or bad myself. That is unfortunately rather understandable. Settings like that tend to just choke the flavor out of whatever food or drink you happen to be eating at the time. Yeah, that isn't really what I meant. If anything, it kind of reminded me of when I asked you to sing for me before. Alright, what does that mean exactly? Well, it's just, when I asked if you could sing, you suddenly belted out one of your opera verses out of nowhere, right? Fancy stuff like that, people like me just aren't built for those things. If you don't grow up with stuff like that, you just can't get it. But everyone has a right to those things. A tragic opera, the taste of an elegant meal. No one should be excluded from enjoying those just because they weren't born into a high-class life. It would honestly be nice if that's how things worked, but in practice... Here, just take my life back as a normal mercenary, for example. Before I was invited to enroll in Garrick Mach a couple years ago, my palate was so limited I'd have gladly eaten a cooked rat if it meant getting some food in my stomach. Okay, that's not the best mental image to have, but what I'm getting at is that unless someone has the chance to eat good food, they won't know what good food is supposed to taste like. Though that isn't necessarily bad either. Oh. Is everything alright, Dorothea? Sorry, it's just... Hearing you put it like that, I feel like you might actually be right. If you wouldn't mind, could you indulge me for a moment? Sure? I guess. What's on your mind? You see, when I first started singing, I did so just for myself, because it was something I wanted to do, but it wasn't long after that when Manuela discovered me and I began working for the opera company. It felt amazing at first, and I was excited to share my singing with the whole world, but after becoming a songstress, I began to attract the attention of more and more nobles, and eventually I ended up singing for them instead of myself, and I've gotten so used to it that now people can't even appreciate my singing unless they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Hey now, I'm sure people other than nobles can appreciate your singing, Dorothea. They just need a chance to get used to it is all. I appreciate that, but I'm just not sure anymore. Oh, I feel there was at least one person I was able to sing for. Someone who enjoyed my singing because I was the one doing it, not because of how fancy it sounded. But unfortunately, I just can't seem to remember who they were. Oh. Well, hey, even if you can't remember them now, hopefully you'll be able to someday. Maybe you just need something to help jog your memory is all. Thank you, Shez. If I do ever manage to remember them, I hope I'll be able to sing for that person again one day. Oh, I'm sure you will. Just have some faith till then. Maybe the goddess will grant your wish or something. You know, as you do.
Bio says this is genuinely some really bad stuttering for him. It was locked up on my end for a solid minute. They're not really sure why it would be doing that either, since my Wi-Fi is working just fine.
Huh, yeah. It's gotta be something on YouTube's end, because I haven't had any dropped frames here. Like, everything's solid on the streaming end of things.
It all seems to be going through smoothly on my tablet, although technically we're on the same network, so it would make sense that it's...
Well, that's not how YouTube works, though.
But...
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Basically the entire image. Oh god. That's certainly a problem. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no drop frames. Solid green connection, so whatever's happening, it's not anything I can have any control over. It would seem.
I'm going to send you mental good vibes.
Yes, I'm sure that'll help.
Let's see if a force of will corrects the problem.
Isn't that a card game?
Force of will, maybe?
Let's see. Repeating a history that never happened. Honestly, this is no way to treat a saint, you know. Drop the act, Cornelia. Your mages have all been killed, so there's no way for you to warp out of here this time. Now I will ask you once more, what happened to my stepmother? Did she truly perish on that day, or does she still live? Oh, she's actually very dead. Just not for the reason you'd think. Explain, now! Getting impatient, are we, boy? Well, I suppose if you really must know that badly. Get on with it already! Oh, a bit testy, are we? In that case, I would just love to tell you this part. The truth is that she actually killed the husband who was keeping her from reuniting with her dear, sweet daughter, only to then die by that same daughter's hand for her troubles. Absolutely tragic, wouldn't you say? I have a feeling I know what that all means, but I take it you aren't going to explain further. Oh no, I couldn't possibly. Those details are for your stepsister to say. Well then, in that case... Sure. Your Majesty, we're here to help apprehend... Holy shit. What the hell? I think we've all had enough out of you by now, Cornelia. Any last words? I didn't think you had it in you, boy. That was for what you did to the people of Ferdiad, you contemptible witch. Okay, that was a lot to take in. Right, I've seen you do some crazy stuff before, but that felt like a bit much even for you, boar. Indeed. Felix is right, Your Majesty. Was that really necessary? After everything she's done to this kingdom and its people, I'm sure I'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who would say it wasn't. I guess you aren't exactly wrong there. So, with Cornelia dealt with, what's the plan now? It would seem that if I want some actual answers, then we've no choice but to figure out a way to speak with my stepsister. Not that Edelgard will be likely to even want to by now. Hold on. Did you just say that Edelgard is your stepsister? Why the fuck have you never mentioned that before now? To be honest, it just never really came up. Alright, so since that'll likely take a while to set up, if we even can set it up, you think now would be a good time to make our way to Aryan Road? No, there's still much else for us to do first. Seriously? Still? Dimitri, why do you keep insisting we put off helping with Aryan Road? It's almost like you have some kind of grudge against that place or something. I have no reason to hold a grudge against the fortress, or at least none that I know of. It's just that right now there are more important things for us to worry about is all. Really? Because last I checked, keeping Aryan Road defended from the Empire is actually pretty damn important now that we've convinced Annie's uncle to join us. So why is it that you keep saying we shouldn't? Because none of those horses deserve to die like that, Professor! Whoa, what was that? Professor? Why did I say that? Dimitri, are you feeling alright? You look really pale all of a sudden. I think I need to go lay down for a while. I'll be with Mercedes in the infirmary if I'm needed. Jez, I suddenly feel as though I have a a head-splitting migraine for some reason. I'll go with you, Your Majesty. You seem like you could use some assistance walking. Thanks, to do.
Bio says, and there goes another solid 2 minutes.
Jesus Christ,
Yikes.
man. I don't know what it is. Everything's rock solid here. Huh. Out of curiosity, Bio, like, is the VOD, like, is the playback, like, okay? Like, if you jump back in time for a bit, is it playing, like, clean there? Jesus Christ, man.
Can you hear us okay, or is it or is the stuttering making us super robotic?
Well, I'm assuming it's cutting in and out, you know, like, and that in trying to keep up, like in the stream, trying to keep up with live, it's like jumping around. Is my assumption.
We might need to ask the questions we're trying to ask in chat instead of out loud.
Yeah, it's weird. Huh. Now we got what, two-parters back to back. Of all the ways the game could have chosen to torture me. Oh god, yeah, that's very helpful considering the similarity of the text colors between Zenith and...
Oh, Bio also says he's been able to hear us fine in between images for some reason.
What the fuck? YouTube, what the fuck are you playing at, man? How weird. Oh yeah, it's Flane and Rhea that are so close. So if this story is to be believed, then it is possible that a holy artifact still remains in that region. The very same artifact that once belonged to Emperor Wilhelm, I presume. Correct. Though unfortunately, the area has since become a wretched hive of scum and villainy, so retrieving it will prove difficult. Why did you describe it like that, Sedith? That felt very deliberately worded. I wish I knew why myself, Lady Rhea. Anyways, since there is no one else we can trust with this, it seems I will have no choice but to go alone. Oh, may I go as well? I would so love to help in retrieving the shield. No, Flane. It is much too dangerous a task, so there is no way I would allow... Yes, I do suppose that sounds like fun. Count me in. You will be accompanying us as well, Lady Rhea? Oh, this will be just like old times once again. Us? I mean, Lady Rhea, surely you're joking. What reason would you have to... Sedith, do you have any idea how boring it is for me to just sit around here while you and Flane are off helping that mercenary all the time? You are not leaving without me. Besides, I want to make sure this gets done within the next few days. Oh, very well then, Lady Rhea. If that is what you wish, then so be it. Though, if I may at least ask, why do you want this handled so quickly? It isn't as though we're lacking for spare time to use right now. Oh,
I believe I understand. You wish to retrieve the shield expediently, as it is your belief that having possession of it will lower the Empire's desire to invade. Is that correct, Lady Rhea? I hadn't even thought of that. Though that is remarkable thinking on your part, Flynn. No, I've simply heard that Anna will be moving her traveling shop here soon, and my stock of relaxation herbs has been getting dangerously... Oh? I wonder if that's Cyril, having returned from the camp already. Hey, sorry for barging in like this, Lady Rhea, but I heard you might need some... Whoa, it's really green in here, huh? This suddenly feels more awkward than I thought it'd be. Oh, it's you. Shez, how is it that you are here? Oh, right, I should explain that first. See, Cyril was visiting the camp today, right? Well, he mentioned that something seemed to be going down over here since Flane and Sedith both left in a hurry after getting summoned the other day, so I decided to come over and see if I could help out with anything. Yes, that answers why you are here quite nicely, but it doesn't explain how you even got here in the first place, seeing as Camulus is days away from our base camp. I can teleport, remember? Right, you can do that, can't you? My apologies. You make use of your warping ability so infrequently that I had forgotten you were capable of it. Wait, she can do what now? Anyways, I kinda heard a bit of what you were talking about before I came in. Sorry about that. So if you need an extra hand getting that old shield, I wouldn't mind helping you guys out. Right, you're a mercenary. Of course you'd offer your aid if you felt it would be a lucrative venture for yourself. No, Lady Rhea, I just thought this would be a good opportunity to get to know you churchy types better is all. Churchy types? What is that supposed to mean? Sure you did. Now, how much were you looking to make out of this?
So, Fire says, just to be clear, even when he's stuck like 20 seconds or a minute or whatever behind, it'll start again for a couple of seconds, then start buffering again while it's already behind. And that it's doing that with both his phone and tablet, therefore not just a tablet issue.
What the actual... I mean... Bruh. I do not know what to tell you, my dude. I don't know. I also don't know why it would just be during the image. That makes no sense. Nothing is moving any more or less on screen. There's not any more or less data that's being, like, dated. Like, I don't understand. Why did it have to put all the green people in one room? Lady Rhea, I have been working alongside Shez for quite some time now, so I can tell you with the utmost certainty that she is being genuine about offering her assistance because she wants to help, and not because she expects some type of payment. Yeah, seriously, Sedith is right. I honestly wasn't looking to get anything out of... Oh, you know what? I know why it's so dead tonight. I was wondering for a second, but I just remembered.
It's the Superb Owl.
It is the Superb Owl, yes. Will 100,000 gold cover it? Where do you need me to go? Yeah, I thought as much. Hooray! I look forward to fighting alongside you once again, Shez. Alright, since it actually appears we're going through with this, why don't you all just stay back for the time being, and I'll scout ahead to ascertain the size of the enemy forces. Then, once I've finished gathering information, I'll send word so you will all know where to meet with me. You sure going alone is a good idea, Sedith? Of course. Someone has to make sure it's actually safe for Flane and Lady Rhea to enter the battlefield. And this will be a good opportunity to finally show what I am capable of myself. Lady Rhea, is he going to get captured by the bandits before we get there? Those are certainly odds I'd put money on. Sometime later at the mission site. Alright, looks like Sedith was right about the bandits being pretty sparse around this section, but where is he anyways? Didn't it say in his message that he was supposed to meet us here? What about you two? Do either of you have an idea what might have happened to him?
I believe I might have a reasonable assumption as to where he happens to be, and I expect to see those 5 gold in my hand by the time we get back to Camulus Flame. Oh, my allowance. How am I to buy fishes now? Sorry, what was that just now? I couldn't really hear you, Lady Rhea. Nothing for you to worry about. Now, if I were to guess, it's quite likely that the enemy managed to capture Seteth while he was sneaking around, and that he is now being held captive in their camp. Huh. Jumping straight to the worst case off the bat. I hate to say it, but you're probably right. Sneaking around with green hair like that, it doesn't tend to go well. Would you care to repeat that last part, Shez? Anyways, what do you think the bandits will do to him? If we don't hurry up and find him soon, who knows what'll happen? Yes, I must admit that I am greatly worried for my brother's safety. Meanwhile, in bandit camp... Excuse me, gentlemen. The hell? Who's this green dude? How did he manage to sneak into our base? We better teach him what happens to people who think they can... If I may borrow a moment of your time, have either of you happened to have seen any ancient items in the area of your lovely base camp? I don't think I have. What about you? Oh, me? Well, I guess I heard there was a weird shield or something further into the base, if that's what you're looking for. Is that so? Very well, then. I suppose I must be off. Good day to you both, and thank you for your assistance. No problem, I guess. What a weirdo. Did we do something about him? I mean, he is walking right into our base to steal something. The guy has the balls to sneak in here and casually walk up to us like that? Just to ask if we've seen any ancient crap lying around. Do you really think we'd stand a chance if we picked a fight with him? Good point. I cannot believe that actually worked. Oh, Seteth. Seteth.
Bio sure do love being forced to miss seeing what everyone thinks of the stuff I made for them. Thanks, YouTube. That definitely doesn't ruin my mood or anything.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry, Bio.
I can't explain why it's only during the images. Oh, Gil, is everything like solid for you? Are you getting weird fucking heckin' like jittery jatteries as well? Like, is it just is it YouTube in general? I mean, you can't just be YouTube. Well, it's fine, right?
I mean, technically, I don't know if my audio is cutting in or out.
Yeah, but
my audio's off, but
surely
everything seems to be going
notice
normally.
on the video, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My video has been consistent. I still see your VTuber model moving normally, so I'm not getting any stutters there, but...
Also, hiya papaya, Gil.
Also, you misspelled Bappy.
Time for chapter 18. Is it? Wait, did you do the paralogs for Leaf and Sigurd yet? You might want to do that so you can get them up to like Bond 20. Because, you know, it's useful. Just saying.
I don't actually know if I've done chapter 18 yet. I know I got Leaf and Sigurd's rings back, but that's the last quest I did.
Well, you'd be on chapter 18 then.
And no, I haven't done it.
You'd be at the same point Gil was at. Because you get them in 17, and then 18 is a map on some boats. Wait, I did 18, 19, and 20 today. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you're way ahead of me at this point.
No, I did 18 and 19. I'm supposed to be doing 20. But I stopped before doing 20 because I went to go do Roy and Micaiah's paralogs. Sorry, where was I?
Pulling up the next image?
Yes. That sounds right. Oh. I've also just noticed that I misnamed a thing. I need to fix that. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. I just can't read at a distance, apparently.
If you aren't able to think up an explanation...
Well, with your help, it seems we were able to successfully retrieve the artifact. And Seth from the bandit encampment. You have my thanks, Shez.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Bio.
Nope.
It's...
Oh!
Yes, there you go. There's a keyhole on the shield, you see.
I've literally been staring at it going, why is there a keyhole on the shield? And then when you said that there was something to see there, I'm like, why does a key... Oh.
Don't mention it? So that's the artifact shield you were talking about before then? Indeed. Though to be more accurate, it is actually one of the sacred weapons, couldn't you tell? It's a shield, Seth. Shields are kind of the exact opposite of weapons, so I'm not sure why you'd think someone would guess what it is just from looking at it. Besides, if anything, I'd say it looks more like a lock than it does a shield. What's up with that? Yes, that. If I were to guess, it was likely intended as a joke by the creator of the shield at the expense of the one intended as its original recipient.
Stifled laughter from Raya.
Okay then, what does that mean? I believe that what my brother is trying to say is that this shield was originally made by Saint Indek to be given to Saint Keyhole, but was instead given to the Great Emperor instead. Must she always laugh like that when she says my name aloud? So Saint Indek made it look like that to make fun of Saint Keyhole. But why? Because the two of them have always been such good friends with one another. Or so I have read. Anyways, what Flayn has said is true. The shield was originally intended to go to St. Keyhole, but Saros instead decided to grant it to the first Emperor of Adrestia. I feel like I'll sound dumb for asking, but who exactly is this great Emperor person you all keep bringing up? That would be Wilhelm Paul Resvelg, the only person in the history of Adrestia to hold the title of Great Emperor. After being gifted with the revelation of the goddess by Saros, he went on to unite the war-torn land of Fodlan under a single banner. Sorry, but did you say Paul, Lady Rhea? Indeed. It is said his name was rather difficult for people of the time to pronounce, so many simply referred to him as Paul for short. Moving on, before we get more sidetracked than we already are, here, this shield is now yours, Shez. What? Are you really sure I should have that? The Archbishop wishes it. I know you don't always agree with my decisions, but you could at least try to sound less... Are you alright, Seth? Brother? You aren't about to lock up like Flayn did a few weeks ago, are you? I am fine, yes. Those words, they just haunt me to say for some reason.
Oh, that the Archbishop wishes it.
And why do I feel the sudden urge to grab a bottle after having said them? I don't even drink. Well, I guess if you say you're fine, so this thing has to be at least 1,000 years old, right? I have to say, it's honestly in pretty good shape for its age. It's practically still brand new.
That is because Uncle Indek is so skilled as a blacksmith. I'm sure he would greatly appreciate hearing your compliments regarding his work if the two of you were to meet.
Wait, Uncle Indek?
This one made us smile, Bio. Which I bring up now purely because you probably didn't get the chance to see or hear us actually react in real time.
It's also not over yet. It's a two-parter. Then sometimes you just have to wing it.
Oh dear.
Flayn, please!
Whatever is the matter, Father? I had thought everyone in the camp had already known of this.
Father? Of course they don't, Flame. Why would they know any of that?
Oh. I do not understand why I suddenly had so strongly remembered that being the case.
Uncle Indek? Father? Just what the hell is even going on here? Alright, now what do we do? At this point, there's no way she's leaving without an explanation. And if we actually told her the truth, then...
Yes, it has come to my attention after what happened with Dorothea that Chez is not very adept at keeping the secrets of others. I am truly sorry for this. Worry not, Flame. I am sure we can figure something out to clear up this misunderstanding we've run into. Actually, I believe I may have thought of a solution to the problem at hand.
You have? What is it you have in mind, Lady Rhea?
Yes, please tell us what you have come up with.
It's quite simple, really. Hey, are any of you going to explain what Flame... Punch.
There, that should do it. Oh my. Poor Chez. I do hope she will be alright.
Edelgard punching back. Lady Rhea, may I ask something?
Of course, Sedith.
Very well then. What in the actual hell were you just thinking?
What?
Now she either won't remember it after she wakes up, or she'll just think she got knocked out by a bandit during the mission and was simply dreaming all of this, probably.
But what if Chez were not to awaken after such a powerful blow as that, Lady Rhea?
I hadn't considered that. Perhaps we should just have Cyril fly her back to Mercedes as quickly as possible then. Very well. I shall see if Cyril has returned yet.
Poor Rhea.
Poor Edelgard punching bag getting ignored in favor of Chez's face.
Also, lovely touch. Punching bag was behind her the whole time.
Yeah, right?
No comments from Gil on whether or
No,
not...
he's just electing to ignore me. It's fine. To the confusion of literally everyone. Alright. Let's get this done quickly.
Chez, are you certain that you are in well enough condition to participate in this mission with us?
Yeah, I'm fine, Flame. Just wish I could remember what happened back during that last mission.
Indeed, it is certainly most unfortunate that you were suddenly struck in the face by one of the bandits. Yes.
Was that what happened? It certainly feels like I got punched in the face, so I guess that must be right.
I am truly sorry for having to lie to you in this manner, Chez, especially when you were only struck because of my own mistake.
I think I'll just hang back for a bit, give myself a second to rest. How about you go catch up with the others, Flane? I'll be there in a bit.
If that is what you wish, then very...
What?
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if I'm having a stroke.
If that is what you wish, then very... Chez.
Where? I'm trying to find it.
Flane's last line in that top panel.
That's probably meant to say that
Very well,
Chez.
yeah. I just...
But yes, it does say, if that is what you wish, then very Chez.
Bio, I think you missed a word there, bud. Just saying. I got blindsided by a bandit? That doesn't sound like something... You know what? I'm going to chalk that up to Chez actually having brain damage and just having missed the word well. That's what I'm chalking that up to. That's not Bio's mistake. That's Chez having brain damage.
No, Bio doesn't make mistakes.
No, Bio does not make mistakes. That's just Chez having brain damage. And also brain damage. And if it's what Flame said happened, then... Please tell me you aren't actually stupid enough to believe any of that crap she was spouting just now. Oh, great. Just what I wanted when I could barely think straight. Repeating volleys of god lasers. Hyperbeam.mp3. What are you here to complain about now, Arval? I don't appreciate you being a jackass to my friends, you know. Oh my god, you actually do believe what she told you. Why must I be stapled to this idiot of all people? It's Flame, Arval. Why would she lie about what happened? Because she was told to, obviously. Oh, please. If you're going to talk like you know everything, then tell me what actually happened to me. That psychotic bitch Rhea knocked you the fuck out, you moron. Lady Rhea, of all people, punched me in the face. And what reason would Lady Rhea even have to do something like that? Screams of retreating enemies. I kind of only started paying attention at the part where you got punched in the fucking face, so that part I don't know, but it is what happened. I get that you're still angry that I don't want to kill the Ashen Demon, but that's no reason to lie and try to turn me against the others out of spite, Arval. But I'm not. Now come on, we have to catch up with the others before victory fanfare. What was that? There you are, Shez. Guys, why are you here? What about the battle? The battle is actually over now, Shez. What? While you remain stationary in the back lines to recuperate your strength, I had decided to lead the charge forwards myself so that we could eliminate the bandits that were present without you having to waste your energy to do so. Huh? But literally how? I was only back here for a few minutes. Indeed. As the majority of the mission was actually contained within enclosed space, I was able to use my Abraxas spell to rout the enemy bandits with ease, as evasion was not possible for them in such narrow passageways. Yeah, you should have seen her out there. In just a few minutes, Flame single-handedly dealt with so many of the bandits at once that the few left had no choice but to retreat. It's honestly kind of terrifying when you think about it. Yes, Flame even did so well that she was unanimously chosen to be awarded with the MVP medal once we get back to camp. But how did... a few minutes... Oh, I do hope my brother is able to find a good medal for me. Do you think they have medals that look like little fishies? I hope he is able to find me a fishy medal. I have no idea what the hell is going on, but this definitely hasn't been my week.
Oh, poor Shez.
I mean, you did get punched in the face by Rhea, to be fair, so... And finally, last up, I never forget. God damn it, Bio! God damn you! I recognize the screenshot of that fucking tablet!
I am not sure I do.
No, because you didn't watch the videos.
It's from Merm.
It is from Merm Emblem, yes! Son of a bitch! Wow, the reinforcements on this map really are kind of fucked, aren't they? Guess I must have overtuned them a little on overtuned them a bit on accident while I was working on that double boss gimmick. Huh. Definitely gonna have to try fixing that later if I have the time for it. Hey, you've always been good at figuring these things out, so do you think you could help me find out what's wrong with my info tablet? For the last few weeks, a lot of the times where I've tried summoning it, it just wouldn't show up for some reason. Oh, hey JPEG. Yeah, don't worry about that. I've just been using it a lot recently is all. You have my tablet? How? Well, since I ended up stuck with this damn glow again, I figured it would at least be worth a shot to see if I could make the tablet show up like I could before. Turns out it was actually a thing I could do.
Oh.
The Switch just went to sleep on me. 1 second. God damn you, Switch.
Bio does say that the exact point in time this one was written will be very obvious once you get to it.
It's actually a thing I could do. Isn't that neat? Yeah, I guess it kind of is, yeah. Why exactly have you been using it, though? Can't really think of any reasons why you'd need it. Alright, so remember a while back when we were talking about that game you just beat and how you wanted to try playing it again with just sword units? I guess I do, though I'm pretty sure it's been more than 4 years since then by now, so I'm kind of surprised you even remember it. Well, I did remember, and since I can actually use this thing again now, I figured I'd see if I could actually make something based off that idea for practice. It hasn't been going well. Huh. You're usually pretty good when it comes to putting stuff like that together. Something wrong? Well, turns out having like 4 years worth of rust with this stuff actually does a number on your ability to judge things balance-wise, so, it kinda just fucked with its difficulty. It's kinda just fucked with its difficulty at the moment. Oh, come on. How bad could it really be? Oh, you know, overly strict turn limits, reinforcements spawning every turn out of places that don't make any sense, multiple bosses you need to deal with at once while also dealing with the harsh turn limits, and near endless reinforcements, enemies with weapons way stronger than what they should reasonably have, shit like that. Oh, that does sound pretty horrible, yeah. Yep, there was definitely no way this one was getting done in time with how out of practice I am with putting together these kind of games, though at least the refresher was useful, at least. Done in time. Actually, didn't you say something earlier about you making that quote for practice? What do you mean by all that? Oh, well. That is actually done by now, so it'd be easier to just show you. Summon your tablet over there and hit the icon that's next to the one that looks like a sword. Okay, I guess. Huh? What is this? The game I needed all that practice for, so I could get back into the swing of things with programming stuff. I know it always bums you out whenever you run into a dog or a cat or whatever, since you can't interact with them all that much, so even if it's not really the same thing, I decided
to Nintendogs?
Make a kind of pet simulator game for you. You made this for me? But why? That doesn't seem like the type of thing you'd normally make. Well, it is your birthday, isn't it? You know that I can't remember when I was... You actually remembered what day it was that you decided was going to be my new birthday? Duh. I'm me, remember? It's just, you hadn't brought it up at all since the first time you mentioned the idea, so I thought you forgot because I yelled at you so much that first time after you tried to hand me a gift. Oh, I'm, sorry about that. After we got stuck here a couple years back, there just wasn't anything I could do for it until now, since I couldn't use your ghost powers here before a few weeks ago, and I didn't want to get you something unless you could actually touch it this time. Happy birthday, JPEG. Thank you, Violet.
Thanks, Bio. Also, seriously, is that Nintendogs? Because that just makes me smile. Also, Bio says, in order, the tablet shows fucked port map half 1, fucked port map half 2, Owain getting cut in half, and Hannah getting skewered to death.
Yep, that sounds about right. Poor Hannah. I feel like we definitely, the game definitely expected us to still have her alive too, with how many lances it kept throwing at us, which presumably she was going to promote and get access to lances. For some reason.
It's doing that weird thing where it only comes through one ear of my headphones again. Oh, that's better. I just appreciate that there were doggos.
Yes, that does help. Doggos are helpful.
As a very proud doggo mom.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
So, supports.
I blurred out all the words in them since I wouldn't make any sense for them to
For them to be there in thing Byleth made herself. Then the dogs, it is Nintendogs, and it has Doges and cats written poorly on it. That I couldn't see, but literally, you guys can't actually see me, so I will be totally honest here, that when I saw the image, instead of, leaning over to look on Inu's screen where it would have been bigger and slightly easier for me to see, I was literally hunching over my tablet going, is that Nintendogs? I think that's Nintendogs.
Hey, dumbass, just to point out, could have just tapped full screen and then held the tablet up to your face and had even more zoom.
Yeah, I know, but then I wouldn't have been able to see chat.
Yeah, I don't think you would have missed it for 5 seconds. Alright, where the Christ did we leave off? We were still working on Shez, I think.
Yeah, we'd gotten down to...
We're in the B supports, I do know that.
I think...
Oh, shit. I don't remember worth a damn.
For whatever reason, my brain's going, we were down to Lauren's, but we don't have Sylvain.
Okay.
Bio says Sylvain.
Sylvain. Great. Ah! Jesus. We're definitely only going to get through like a few of these today, probably, because we're already an hour in.
Never thought I'd see the day you shut yourself in your room to read. I hear you've been pouring through every book on magic you can get your hands
I didn't
on.
even know you were literate.
Hey, I read sometimes. Anyway, I had this great idea I needed to do some research for.
I'm afraid to ask. Wait, what's that diagram?
Aw, Bio. Bio
A
says,
perceptive
I,
question.
of course, missed
This
most of
here is
that
a
one like
blueprint
the
I came
others
up with
this
for a
week.
new kind of fire
But
orb.
it's one that was important to me to get done.
Really?
Even if I
You're
had been
talking
stuck
about
with the
those
bullshit
flame
save
flame
limit, I
siege
would have
weapons,
fought
right?
to do it.
Because that looks
Thank
pretty
you,
small for
Bio.
a fire orb.
Well, that's the point. I want to make it so that our knights can carry one around as easily as they do their swords.
What would that accomplish? Knights don't have the training to use something like that.
Right you are. The wielder needs both special training and some natural magical ability to use one. At least, that's the case with our current fire orbs. Which brings me to my main goal, making it so that anyone can use them, no matter their background. I mean, think about the havoc we could wreak if your average knight or myrmidon could also blast out some fire magic whenever they wanted.
Yeah, that's not gonna help though, Sylvain, because your average knight or myrmidon has a magic stat of like 4.
Yeah.
So, I can tell you this from Engage and from having, actually put Celica's ring on Louis for a while back in the early game. Mostly because I just wanted an easy way to warp him across the map into groups of enemies.
I mean, fair.
So I'd warp Ragnarok his ass into the middle of a group, and then he'd just skewer everybody to death, which was really funny. But the warp Ragnarok did like fuck all for damage.
Yeah.
Because he had a magic stat of I think literally 0.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure my Shez, or not Shez, my Alir has a magic stat, even at the point she's at right now, of like 9, maybe 10.
I mean, her cap for it is only like 27.
Is it?
Yeah. I would know. My Shez is
Oh,
my
that's
Alir is
true.
everything capped. So, Sylvain, everyone knows that the easiest way to make weapons shoot fireballs is to skewer deli meats onto them.
True.
Yeah, true story. Sure, firing magic at stuff would be cool, I guess. No, you don't doubt the feasibility.
Is that really gonna work? I feel like knights and myrmidons are better off just using the weapons they already specialize in.
Okay, fire's here.
You only think that because everyone keeps getting shoehorned into just one weapon. All we have to do is expand their horizons a little. Either way, it won't be ready anytime soon. I'm not sure when I'll finally be done with it, honestly.
I'll be honest, Sylvain, even when units do
If
have
you
multiple
don't
weapon
hurry,
types, you pretty much
the
only
war will
just
be
use
over
one.
before you're finished.
Battle's not the only place it'll come in handy. People who don't have any other training could use it for self-defense.
Huh. Come to think of it, That's the same reason you were so interested in my sword. Does this have to do with House Gautier? I know your family's been dealing with Sereng for years now.
Yeah, more or less. We've gone through some pretty tough times.
3 police cars, a van, and an ambulance.
My father's first
pulled up.
wife, Miklon's mom, she
What
died in a
do
Sereng
you
raid.
do for work, Fire?
We've managed to hold the border for about 100 years now, thanks to the Lance of Ruin. But they keep
Also,
pushing
Fire,
our
is
limits.
Sylvain basically just trying
Frankly,
to invent
I
guns?
admire
Because
their
it sounds like he's
determination.
just trying to invent guns.
It does sound like
It
Sylvain
did
is trying
seem
to
like
invent it.
Margrave Gautier was pretty used to fending off their attacks.
So the supports are
not like
working
he's had
fine.
much choice.
It's literally just the images that YouTube
Once
did
I
not want
inherit
you to
his
see for
title,
some reason.
I'll keep doing whatever I can to
I-
hold them off. But it's going to be tough without a
Alright.
stronger military. If the king had forces of his own, he could send them in at a
Fucking
moment's notice whenever we were in
whatever,
trouble.
too.
Problem is, the last king already tried something like that.
What's a one
It
stop?
ticked the local lords off to no end.
Google it.
Makes sense. If the king grows stronger, everyone else
Fire,
loses
yes,
a little
I'm
bit
legitimately
of their own
very
influence in
sad about
comparison.
that.
Anyone would have a hard time swallowing that.
Yeah, me too. It's
I'd say
really
it's
quite
worth it if it
irritating.
means the
Me
kingdom
3,
won't descend
because
into
you missed
chaos.
my excited squeal of
Whatever
is
the
that
case,
Nintendogs
any reforms we
when I
enact will
saw
need
it
to
the
be
first
peaceful and
time.
well-founded. Which is exactly why I want us
If
to be
not-
able to fight on our
Sorry.
own.
Okay, thank you.
Without having to rely on our relic
If nothing
or other
else,
lords.
Bio, it should be fine in the
Wow,
vault, so you can always
Sylvain,
roll back
You
and watch
actually
it
sound
later.
like a real heir now. It's a nice change from all the skirt chasing you used to do.
Hey, the future of my house is on the line here. Even the laziest guy in the world would be worried about that. Sure, the kingdom might be a half-frozen stretch of dirt, but it's my half-frozen stretch of dirt. And that's the
Actually, it's
only home I've got.
Dimitri's.
Yeah, technically it's
Technically
Dimitri's.
speaking.
Huh?
Sylvain over here trying to claim Dimitri's half-frozen stretch of dirt. Yeah, Three Hopes DLC would be pretty chill, like, not gonna lie. Hey, let's just shoehorn Alir into this for some reason. Just like, DLC Alir, go! I mean... We know that, like, at least as far as Engage is concerned, that alternate worlds clearly exist and are canon because all the emblems come from them.
Yep.
So there's no reason to assume that
That she couldn't
she couldn't
arrive.
potentially... Like, if they can come to Elios, then there's no reason to think that people from Elios would be unable to travel to the other dimensions.
Unfortunately, Fire, the other DLC emblems have been announced. We're not gonna get a Shez DLC emblem.
Well, we don't know that because there might be that might not be all of the DLC.
That's
They might
true.
choose to release more later. They also might, be they might not. They might be keeping some hidden, like secrets.
That's true.
Because what you have to remember. So this is something I haven't seen myself yet, but I found out through the Reddit. Somebody mentioned they'd been doing some of the bond conversations with the new DLC emblems, and some of them have very strongly implied, and in fact outright stated. I can't remember which one it was, but whoever they were doing the bond with, they effectively said that they had been the emblem granted to Firene. Which is blatantly untrue in the universe that we know. So, I'm pretty sure that all of the DLC emblems are actually the standard emblems of an alternate timeline of Engage. Where there's like a separate entire Elios, separate Firene, separate Brodia, separate Illusia, and
But
so
that
on.
could just be the plot of the expansion DLC.
That's what people are speculating, is that that's going to be the fourth set when we have the Xenologs, is doing that shit. But the reason I point that out, there's only 7 DLC emblems announced. There should be 5 more.
Unless the DLC emblems are just replacing their lords in the standard game.
It seems unlikely.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. But that means that there is a potential other 5 emblems out there to think about. And since we know what games all of the ones are from so far, that kind of gives us an idea of who the other ones could be, right? So Alm is still possible because we don't have another one from Gaiden. I don't know who else it would be from Genealogy or from Thracia, to be honest. Or from Blazing Sword or
Well, you've got to
Binding Blade.
You've got to recognize though that we would still be missing one. Like, in theory, we'd still be missing one substitute though, because we are getting the emblem from not a mainline series Fire Emblem game.
But yeah, I have an idea about that. I have a theory that is far from confirmed for me at this point, but I have a theory that there's actually 13 emblems in Elios, because I'm looking at that center podium. I figure there can be an emblem there just as easily. It's probably a post-game thing.
So I did end up having this spoiled for me by accident when I was trying to look up Celica's Bond Ring's upper level powers. There is a 13th emblem.
Yeah,
I can confirm that.
I kind of figured there was going to be. And since there is no other Fire Emblem to draw from, I have to assume it's somebody from Engage themselves. So it's got to be either, like... It's going to be something ridiculous. It's either going to be, like, Sombron, Lumera, or, like, Alira herself. It's got to be one of those 3. So I'm assuming that the Heroes one is replacing the Elios emblem.
I mean, I suppose I could see that logic.
But that still opens up a Radiant Dawn emblem. It still opens up, like, other stuff. So there's 5 to 6 more unaccounted for emblems from that second world that they could just as easily be like, all right, here's where we're gonna pull more DLC from. So, just saying.
Can we get the Arval Shez emblem?
Have I played Final
That should
Fantasy?
be everything
Which
in its
Final
place
Fantasy?
now.
There's, 15 of them
And
at the moment?
high time we took a break, if you ask me. Lugging all those boxes was hard work.
Yeah,
Hey, why
there's
don't you
only
join me for a meal?
currently 15
nice to head
mainline
into town
Final
for once.
Fantasy. So which one do you mean?
I'm not that hungry
Like
just
regular
yet,
Final
though.
Fantasy would just be FF1.
Oh,
and
I've
I've
got
played a
it.
few different versions of that.
On
If
the
you
bright
like,
side,
we
I
have
can
a tea
answer the
party.
Final Fantasy
I have a
question.
cache of
No,
delicious
I
treats you
have
can
not.
eat as well.
I played, like,
Sure.
a day or
Guess it
two
could go
of
for
the
some
MMO
tea.
Final Fantasy
Where'd that idea
because
come
Elle
from,
insisted
though?
that I try it with her forever ago.
I received some
And
sugar
got bored
recently
very
as a
quickly.
gift from one of the soldiers I made. at the camp.
Which
I
MMO
used it to
Final
bake the
Fantasy though?
most
Because there were
wonderful
2.
confections. I'd love for you to try.
I don't
them.
know. Whatever one it shows
Huh.
existing in my Steam
Does sound
library.
good.
Because there was
And a
FF11
little
and
something sweet once in a
FF14.
while
I think
never hurt
14.
anyone.
Then we're settled. Give me just a moment.
Also,
I'll
he
get
says
everything ready.
Final Fantasy Type 0.
I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like a
Whoa,
real Final
these
Fantasy.
are incredible. I've never had anything quite like them before.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm particularly happy with how those turned out.
It does actually taste kind of familiar, though. Almost like the snack my mom used to make.
You platinumed Type
Really?
0 on
You
PS4.
don't
What
say.
is
Yeah,
that?
I was
like
raised
getting
in
all
this
the
little
achievements?
village off in
Yeah.
the mountains, absolutely surrounded by nature. Sometimes, Mom would go out and gather fruit from the
The
trees.
Platinum Trophy
bake
on
things with
PSN
them.
is the trophy you get for getting all the other trophies.
There's
Ah,
nothing
okay.
better than a dessert made with fresh fruit. I love
I've
them
done
myself.
it for like a total of 2 games. It was
You
like
can make them into
P5R
dough and bake them,
or preserve them in honey so they can be enjoyed the
Something else, I
whole
don't
year
remember
round.
I'm really close
My
to
mom's
getting
stuff was never quite as
all the
fancy as the
achievements
things
for
you
Skyrim
make,
on PC.
but they were special in their own way. And even though we didn't have them too often, just one
I'm
hint of that flavor, and it's like I'm a kid again.
Or I was decently
Guess they
close
were
to
just
getting
that
all,
good.
most of the achievements in.
It's wonderful you have that memory to look back on. I can tell the time you spent with your mother was very precious to you.
Tales of Arise.
For sure.
I think I'm
Though I
going to
don't remember
probably
it too well
try
anymore.
to get all of the achievements in Hogwarts
Can
Legacy.
I ask you something?
Depends on
Do
how
you
tedious
ever wish
the
you could
worst
return
ones
to
are.
the past? To those days with your mother?
It's very rare that I like 100% a game.
Not really.
Like
no.
Royal I did because
Besides,
Royal was
even
just
if I
that
wanted
good.
to, it's just not possible.
I can't remember what the game was that you told me I'd
Yes.
100%ed.
Yes, I
didn't
suppose you're right.
realize it, but then you're like, oh, I see you've 100%ed whatever it was.
what's
I think
wrong?
it might have been Arise.
It might
Was
have
it
been a
something I
rise.
said?
Probably a rise.
I don't have Steam on my phone.
Oh, my
I don't know why
apologies.
I went to check.
I must have been daydreaming for a moment there.
I
Here,
think I
try
might have
this one
100%ed Rogue
I made it
Legacy.
specially to pair with the tea.
Sure.
I 100%ed
Thanks.
Assassin's Creed 2. And I'm like, I am literally one mission, like one full sync away from 100%ing Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah, like that's. For me, the reason Skyrim I've almost maxed out the achievements for is I love that game to bits and pieces, and when I have when I have subsequent playthroughs, what I tend to do is hard focus achievements to help keep things on task. The problem with Skyrim, I'm pretty sure one of the only Skyrim achievements I'm missing is for maxing all the perks in Werewolf and for having a bounty of like 100,000 gold in all of the provinces at once. Which I don't acquire bounties in the provinces because I don't get caught because I sneak. And why would I spend any time investing in Werewolf when Vampire Lord's just objectively better?
Yes. That well-known game, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Yes, DBZ. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Or
Kakarot?
I suppose it would. Yeah, Kakarot.
There's literally just a DBZ game that has Goku's Saiyan name as the title?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey, what are the words to that song again? Something about an eagle and a lion flying through the sky?
Although I suppose it would be Dragon Ball Z in
Pretty
the
sure
UK,
I know
huh?
the song you're talking about, but those definitely ain't the lyrics I've heard. The one I know is
Bloodborne and
about some
Extella.
horse with a human face running through the greenest grass you ever did see.
Now that you mention it, that does sound familiar. What a weird thing to sing about. I wonder who wrote it.
Yeah, this isn't working.
You can say that again. I finally finished rewriting the lyrics and everything, but they aren't catching on. Not at all.
I've even heard people theorizing that the horse with a human face is some kind of grand metaphor. You know, since he's a mix of human wisdom and a horse's pure strength, the song is saying that the brave warrior who possesses both will win in the end. Or that the horse is some kind of messenger sent by the goddess to punish sinners.
Okay, so I can't
Why
speak
did
for
it come to
PSN, but
this?
on
I didn't
Steam,
have any of that stuff in mind when I was
I've
writing
100%ed Arise, God Eater 3, Rogue
just
Legacy,
wanted to
and
sing
Date
about a
Warp,
knight rushing
apparently.
through an
Date Warp
open
I did on stream, though, so you guys also
And then I
100%
snuck in a
Date
tiny
Warp,
bit of
kind
Dusker
of.
mythology that
I
Dedu told me
thought
about.
it was Arise that I saw that you'd 100%ed.
I'm not sure how you got from
I'm
that
really
to a
close in
song about a
Estival
horse
Versus,
with a
I'm
human
really close in
face.
Wonderlands, I'm very close in Loop
I
Hero.
already told you that's not
I'm
what it
surprised
is.
you haven't
It's a
100%ed
mythological
I'm
warrior
very
who
close in
lives
Borderlands
Procession
2.
Cavalry.
All
covered.
right, all right.
Pretty close on
Either way,
Resurrection.
everyone obviously
Pretty close on
prefers the
Shinobi
original version.
versus. Actually, quite close on Scarlet
So,
Nexus.
all's well that ends well, right? They say once people hear a
No,
song,
I'm at like
it's out of
58
the
out of
composer's
75
hands
on
forever.
Borderlands 2.
The author is
Oh.
dead, all that stuff.
I know you're just saying all this to make me feel better.
Jez does have a good design, Wolfie. Also, hi, Wolfie.
It's not just to make you feel better, though. I really
You
believe
actually
it.
search your library by achievements?
I'm sure all great artists across the centuries have dealt with this exact problem at one point or another.
No, I
don't care
can't.
about the troubles of
Clearly,
people from the
these are
distant
not
past.
at all
It's
sorted by
happening to
achievement
me,
completion.
right now, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Listen, Annette.
Perfect
Songs have a
games,
lot
what
of
is that?
power.
Oh,
They
there's
help
also just a
people in
tab
need,
for
give them
perfect for
courage
games
when
you've
they're
actually
down on their
perfected.
luck.
Look
And
at
if you
that.
ask me, I think yours could inspire our troops out on the battlefield too.
I don't know.
Hey, what even is a human-faced horse anyway? Is it some kind of monster?
Ain't no monster I've ever heard of. Maybe it's a horrible beast that comes crawling up out of the bowels of the earth.
Don't say stuff like that. You're gonna ruin a perfectly happy song.
Willow is not 100%ed anything on Steam.
Aw.
No.
Literally not a single thing.
It's small shit in Skyrim. It's small shit in our
It's
eyes.
6 things in Skyrim, 6 things in her eyes, 9 things in Fractured Butthole. And those are your 3 closest.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't gone out of my way to 100% any of them.
Borderlands 2 is such a pain in the ass to get everything for. As someone who got all but one of the achievements on 360, I can attest to that.
Considering going for a new platinum soonish, but I have no idea what in at this point.
Funny enough, the only one I didn't have was actually one of the easiest to get, which was just revive someone from your friends list, which I didn't have any of. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, well, if you ever decide you want to change that, shoot me a friend
You don't have Borderlands 2 on 360.
Oh, that's true.
That's not going to help.
I do have a 360 though. I could buy a copy of Borderlands 2.
Bio, all you have to do is get Willow to buy a copy of Borderlands 2 for the 360 exclusively so that she can get you.
So I can just die a bunch. Oh, your 360 also doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
Aw, that sucks.
All you have to do is get Willow to buy a copy of Borderlands 2
And a new 360
for
for you.
so that she can do that, and then also buy you a new 360 so that you can. It's fine. This shit can be worked out. Okay, Ingrid. Ingrid is where we pick up next time. Whoops. That went back too far. Can't continue from the actual title screen. It doesn't work.
Is the Super Bowl over yet?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? I don't know. sports
Literally
ball.
neither of us care.
If we cared, we wouldn't be here.
Is the Super Bowl over yet?
Has the superb owl been completed? Just buy the Xbox 720, cut it in half, mail one half to Willow with a copy of Borderlands 2, friend each other, and then victory. Yo,
No, guys, I have a 360.
oh, it's halftime. You'd like to someday get around to it on Handsome Collection. Hey, here's the thing. I have Handsome Collection on PS4. It was on PS Plus, so I can actually help you out there. True story. I don't have any save data because I haven't played any of it on PS4, but I do have all of the games. At least all of the Handsome Collection. So, bonus points. Can help. Alright, we're supposed to be going to Aryan Road, I think.
I think.
Maybe. We did the that, right?
Yeah, because that's where I got MVP.
Alright. We need to law and order falters and bandits terrorize the
Controller?
helpless. Why, you can't just control it with your mind?
No, and as much as I wish I did, because I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy all day. Well, all day when I've not been moving shit. Akio does not work in real life as much as I wish it did.
I don't know what the hell we're doing. Dimitri just doesn't want us to go to a place I'm not spelling. Remember? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Aryan Road, right? It won't let me see. Alright. Anyway, we gotta go do this. Whatever this is.
I'd probably deal with a cutscene first.
Most likely.
No?
Well, no, after this, though, because we'll then have access to the map.
That's true.
It's always like after you complete stuff, never before. Rescue the commoner and their allies. Okay. Bez, fine. Annie, no, Annie, you're on the wrong side. Annie, you go over there. Alright. Ready, set, go!
Let's earn our keep. We've got an
So, Willow, how do I play this game?
Shall we?
Did you give me control?
If
I
you
don't know,
don't
did
mind.
I? You tell me.
I'm not sure.
You're responsible for reminding
I'll
me
give
about
it
that sort of thing.
1000%.
If you don't have control, it's your own fault.
We can do it.
ally to
Yeah, it
rescue.
doesn't look
So
like you
stay
have
on your
control.
toes.
That's on you.
Don't worry. I know what it is.
Fire says
Well,
all I
Flame
know.
will not be getting MVP this time.
Fire says all I know about Hogwarts Legacy is one of the people in my server was going mad trying to make people feel bad about having it. So I can understand why there's the outcry about it that there is.
No,
Given
it doesn't
Rowling
make any. It doesn't
being-
make any sense. Though. Rowling is not even involved.
Correct.
Right? It's just people. It's just cancel culture being cancel culture. Is that they want something to cancel regardless of whether it needs to be canceled. There's no legitimate reason to be like hating on the game because of that. I mean, if you want to hate on the game because you think it just kind of sucks, I mean, that's entirely fair, but like,
The stronghold's ours.
from everything I've seen from people that have like actually played it, like, it seems to be a perfectly competent game.
It's a great game, and
I don't know about that. I've heard some dissenting opinions about the combat system. And some
so
other
I
things,
can give some clarification though on my point, which is that as someone who is a Harry Potter buff, it is wonderful to be able to run around Hogwarts, run around Hogsmeade, run around the Scottish Highlands, and do Harry Potter stuff.
Yes, but that does not make it a good game in and of itself. That
No.
makes it a cool fan fiction. And it does not negate the criticizing points of the game itself that have been made.
No, and
It makes you more likely to overlook them because you're predisposed to wanting to like it.
correct. Like I'm fully aware.
Which
I
is
have
fine,
rose-tinted
right?
glasses.
It's just you need to recognize that you have that bias.
Yeah, I'm fully aware I've got rose-tinted glasses, but the thing is, and I know Elle feels very similarly on this because both of us have been playing it, and there is absolutely some hatred that comes around from people saying or being heavily into cancel culture, but the thing is, like for Elle and I,
Rather have by my side.
Harry Potter was just a part of our childhood. Like,
Not sure how.
genuinely, a lot of my memories of first times reading or having the Harry Potter books told to me were in car rides to the beach. Like, I have a lot of very, very positive
Don't mind if I
memories
do.
associated with those books. Is Rowling a horrible human being? Yeah, kind of.
Not necessarily. I mean, she just has some opinions that are unpopular. That does not necessarily make her a bad person. It just...
But she is very outspoken with regard to her opinion. But the thing is, there hits a certain point, in works, especially when their creators are controversial, where you have to decide if your love of the thing is more powerful than your distaste for the creator of the thing. And that's kind of where I am with Harry Potter, is, you know, I disagree with Rowling's stance on transgendered people, but I love those books.
She can't have a stance on transgender people. She doesn't think they exist.
That's true.
She has no stance on them because in her view they aren't real. Like, one cannot have a stance on a thing they don't believe exists.
This is our chance.
And it's easy to be misinformed on that kind of thing. It could easily just be that she's not had anyone, of that culture that's been a part of her life to where she's had to accept that it is a real thing. You see that a lot with people that are dismissive of it. They're dismissive partially out of ignorance more so necessarily than out of bigotry. Now, I'm not saying that is the case with her, but I'm saying that, there's also value in not making the assumption that she's, just being willfully, bigoted about it.
This is our chance.
I think by assuming the worst of people that way, you're falling into the same trap that you're accusing them of.
Retreat!
I don't disagree with you on that.
Thank goodness we made it. I hope there aren't too many injuries.
Only taking the week off after getting your MVP medal. Yep, true story.
I won't let myself stop here.
Sweet. That was easy. Even though that commoner almost died. It was on like 4 health. Fine. I had to go kill a demonic beast. Or whatever. I know you're busy dying, but could you just chill for a second? Alright, show me the cutscene. There it is. Told you. That's why we didn't do that map last week.
Yes. Orion Road's defensive capabilities
Oh.
have
Yuri!
weakened considerably.
Ferdinand von Ayer!
Do you still doubt me, Your Majesty?
I'm still sad.
After I was so kind to sell you that delicious little tip about the
Really?
secret passage.
Sneaky little whelp. I never uttered a word of that to you.
No, but the Count did. I won't be sharing under what circumstances, though.
I cannot overstate
Yuri,
what a boon it is to have
I just-
members of House
I don't
Road
understand.
aiding
Why are
us
you
during
wearing
our
lipstick,
siege
my
of the
dude?
Silver Maiden. Though it's truly a shame we could not stop the kingdom from reclaiming your territory.
The fault is mine. Such stumbles would never have occurred had I not faltered on the Leicester front.
This was the last
Count
game
Rose
that guy
swore
ever
his
voice
allegiance to
acted
the
for.
Empire.
Yep.
Yet our failure in battle granted our enemy free reign of his land.
Which
Before
is
he got
exactly
cancelled.
why we've come to take it back.
By dying.
The internal strife
The ultimate
plaguing
cancel.
the kingdom leaves
Yep.
them nigh defenseless.
We cannot let this opportunity pass us by.
Indeed. Hubert would never let us hear the end of it, were we to overlook this chance. At least he finds himself busy with the Alliance for now.
I haven't been paying close enough attention to see if
Your
Yuri's
Majesty,
wearing lipstick.
We've received word that the Knights of Seros have been dispatched to Aryan Road. Few in number as their
Yuri
force may
Lowell,
be,
don't you have
they are
anything
still
better
some
to
of the
do than
finest
helping
knights
this
in all the
asshole?
continent,
Evidently
and well
no.
suited to a defensive struggle. I suggest we settle this matter at once, before the kingdom's main army arrives to further bolster their
It's weird because it
fortifications.
doesn't really look like it from his portrait, but when they
Lord
like
Gwendol,
when they're
Yuri,
on his
this is why your
face,
actions
like on
will
the
be so
model for his
vitally
face,
important
it
to
looks
our
like he's
efforts.
wearing lipstick.
Yes, Your Majesty. Preparations are already complete. Follow me. I will escort you to the passageway.
As long as I receive my pay, you'll get whatever effort your gold can buy.
I will not allow things to end like this. No.
Even from there, like his lips
This
look
battle
very
shall be
pink.
the prime occasion to atone for my mistakes.
What a faithful man you are.
Look, he's
Okay,
wearing
yes.
lipstick.
Bragging in your duty to that wretched count. I
Like,
suppose House Rowe must want
It's
its
not
territory
necessarily that
back
I'm
quite
upset that he's
badly.
wearing lipstick. It's
Considering
why does
the
it not match your
fortune it
portrait, my
would pay
guy?
me.
I see you've not lost that insolent mouth of yours. You should have refused the offer if you found it distasteful.
I enjoyed dealing with that decrepit old fool as little as you did. But he still paved my path into the academy. I've never liked the thought of owing him a favor.
What's Punch
This'll
Lady
finally
Dragon
settle
Pope
our
up to at
accounts.
this point? She's just
No,
chilling in
I
Camulus,
should be off.
staying out of the way.
What is it, old man? Spit it out.
I pray for your safety.
Do you?
Do what you will. I only pray you find a suitable place to breathe your last.
You may now advance to Aryan Road, the fortress city. That's nice. Give me some logs. Thank you. You decided to gather some food. Oh, 2 people have to catch fish. No units are able to accept the survey reward. Yes.
Because it was support points.
Yeah. A cave near... Okay. We found a chest with an old coin. We exchanged it for gold. It was worth 6,400 gold. Sure, why not?
Press the Let Willow Play button.
Did I do it?
Yes.
You sure?
It says player 2 joined, so.
Do you need me to press it again to make sure?
No.
Okay. You say so.
The fight starts now. Hope this is one of...
This has a P2? Yes. Yes, it does.
Shall we? I'll provide assistance.
those easy wins.
Listen, game. You did actually do the things that I ask you to do. Let me see.
Shall we? I'm here to help. I'll
Annie.
give it 1000%. We can do this.
Alright.
Don't push yourself too hard, okay? I'm here to help. Now.
Let the battle begin. Move out.
Use that flag up high. Forward march.
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
Right there.
like that's it for us.
I just tried to press right bar to sprint.
Well, that's not gonna help.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what'd you do it for?
Because my brain's thinking in engaged terms right now.
Why would it be doing that? Thinking in like Hogwarts terms.
Because I don't use a controller for that, I use keyboard and mouse. So my brain's defaulting to the last video game I used a controller for. My brain is actually surprisingly good about, like, not using controller types.
This is our chance.
Looks like that's it for us.
Generally.
Okay. Which one has...
No, I mean,
which one
like...
has B, A, Y, and X in that order? No, it's the thing you're currently playing on.
Oh, see, here's the thing. Also, I think about them in slightly different positions. I think about what you were calling, like when you say B-A-Y-X, I think about like where the A button is as my starting point for that on this controller.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
We're not losing to anyone!
I'm on it.
I mean, the problem is that controllers are just
I
confusing.
can't say I like how this is unfolding.
But yeah, my muscle memory for...
Speaking of this, yeah, got it. It's...
My muscle memory for something like Hogwarts Legacy isn't gonna have a direct impact on my muscle memory on these controllers because it's a very different controller type compared to the keyboard and mouse controls I'm using.
Oh, there was a great moment in Julia 2 where combat starts and Baz is sitting there mashing the guard button. Like you just watch him sit there and guard repeatedly in front of the enemy. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I Sengoku Boss controls.
We won. Is everyone all right?
My brain is actually surprisingly good. Yes. Generally, my brain is surprisingly good.
Maddening Maestro.
So...
The hell is Maddening Maestro? Did we just get an achievement for playing on Maddening? Like a whole bunch?
Maybe?
I won't let myself stop here.
Suppose we can go check the achievements and see what it's actually for.
That sounds like effort. I prefer to just assume I'm right.
But the one thing about the way my brain and Inu's brain and our dad's brain works is our brains are great at storing objectively useless information.
No, I only store useful, objective, useless stuff.
So you need me to remember a thing I read several years ago about really just about anything unimportant. I've got that. You need me to remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, or what the sticky notes on my desk at work say. Nope. Fire says we earned that for completing 50 maps on Maddening.
Sounds about right. Must complete all side missions. Cannot switch between units. Joke's on you, game.
We don't
never
really do that
anyway.
I usually only do it if I need to get somewhere quickly, and half the time I forget. So... Olo needs to be able to play.
Well, I can't do anything about that now, can I? Huh. This is interesting. He's like, Shaz, you start down here by yourself, and everybody else is elsewhere.
Let's earn our keep.
Shall we? I'm here to help. I'll give it 1000%. We can do it together.
Alright.
We've got an ally to
Genuinely, the
rescue,
number
so
of my
stay on your
coworkers
toes.
who've said they want to just go do a trivia night with me at some point. And I'm like, but here's the problem. As soon as I need to know the information.
Well, the problem is you suck at trivia.
Well, yeah, because I don't care about, like, the stuff that's typically a part of general trivia. I have very specialized knowledge for very niche things.
I think that worked.
But the other problem is that the way my brain works is the information's there as long as I don't need it. As soon as I need the information, it's gone.
I do hope you'll make this fun for me.
Eliminate the bandits.
Time to get going.
We should probably do that.
That way.
I believe this location belongs to us now.
I go. Oh, you're also going that way.
Well, you said it was going to take you a minute, so I figured I could probably get there faster.
On to the next one.
Remarkable. Is there nothing you cannot do?
Done.
You shall pay for this. You hear?
Shall I, though?
Because so far we've basically been able to
Knowing
do
when
what
to retreat is a
ever
vital
the fuck we
strategy.
want without you impacting us.
I'm not seeing any, you know, like, punishment for anything that we've done here so far. I'm seeing you just be talking out your ass without any ability to actually back it up. Oh, hello. Are you supposed to be saving me, Mr. Paladin?
I don't know, probably.
Let's do the sniper in the alley.
I'm not sure how. but it
I'm
worked.
saving a grappler right now. Does that count?
I don't know.
Right on.
Right there.
I almost feel sorry for them.
As long as we're together.
I'm gonna follow your lead.
Thank goodness we made it.
I've got you
I
now.
hope there aren't too many injuries.
Oh, that guy died. Super hard.
Oh, Wolfie, that's not gonna happen. Because for me to be able to forget any of you guys that routinely come to streams
can't stop
or
now.
anything like that, I'd have to stop streaming with Inu, and Inu would have to stop streaming with Elle and Natsu and Sarge, all of whom I see or speak to in some way, shape, or form on a regular basis. So
Our brains are good at storing objectively useless information. Yes, hello, have you met me before? That's literally my whole thing. Kinda spent more than a year utilizing that fact for dumb shit. I mean... How remarkable is it? Is there nothing you cannot do, Jez? Let's see, there's a secret...
let's see, keep a secret, spot obvious lies, block a punch, not walk into active firing ranges.
You know... MBD...
I won't let myself stop here.
Like I said last week, though, those archers just had terrible trigger discipline. You're not supposed to fucking start firing until you as the firer have like verified that the range is clear.
Yeah, Inu and I knew that at what? I was 5th grade when I started taking archery lessons. 6th grade. So
Somewhere around there.
it was 6th. Yeah, I was 6th grade when I started taking archery lessons. So I was like 11-ish, 11, 12.
Oh yes, I'll take some mithril, thank you. And then the item storehouse is full. Hey, they already knew Shez was arrow-proof from the first time she got herself shot in her dumb head.
You know, it occurs to me that we have a very interesting dynamic for our protagonists, because Byleth was a genius who couldn't read, and Shez is a literate dumbass.
Everything
She
has
can
its
read,
use.
she's just dumb as shit.
Greetings.
Hi, Anna. Less good Anna.
Well, hello there.
Better Anna.
No, incorrect.
I
Nothing but the
really
best for
prefer her Three House, Three Hopes design.
No.
Is that
Inaccurate. Her
Is that
engaged
the
design
one?
is clearly superior.
I strongly disagree.
That's a
You've
bunch.
absolutely got a lolly complex.
Nah, you
I
you're
carry
just
a little of
incorrect
everything
about
here.
Anna being better here. Definitely better.
Hope
Anna
to see you again
over
soon.
there. I mean, Monica Rial helps. Monica Rial helps tremendously.
Fire says I hate both Annas, to be honest. Although, if I'm being honest, Radiant Dawn Anna.
Anna was barely in Radiant Dawn.
She was there though.
Like, Khalil was more the merchant for Radiant Dawn than Anna was.
Oh, and you know what I found yesterday when I was moving binders? I found my Radiant Dawn walkthrough binder.
Oh, that's helpful for you. Oh wait, no, it's
The
not.
fight starts now.
But we may eventually run it on stream.
Yeah, but I have the book with all the nice art and stuff.
Yeah, but then both of us can have a thing to
Shall
look
we?
at. But I
here
saw
to
it and I
help.
was like,
If you don't,
Huh.
I'll give it 1,000%.
Game? Game, you feeling okay?
We can do it together. Win if we work together. I'll do what I can.
are you gonna go left or right?
I went up.
Yeah, but we both had to go up because of where it was. I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm doing that thing where I run past targets that aren't actually on the map.
This won't be a problem anymore.
This map seems hell-bent on sending us.
It really does. It's sort of shooting exactly one.
This way. Hello there, Mr.
Sure,
Sniper.
we need to be here.
How kind of you to approach us from behind. My kind enemies, how much of a dick move?
I don't know, seems convenient to me. Better they come to us. I think I just killed like 6 named guys at once. Beat the bishop and claim victory. I'm coming.
We're in bad shape over here.
Oh, calm down, bishop. You'll be fine. They probably wanted to catch or save them or whatever, but it'll be so much faster to just kill the shit.
This is just the beginning.
There is no one else I would rather have by my side. As long as we're together.
that bishop got very annihilated.
Thank you for your protection.
Yeah. Violet was a little her genius who was terrible with emotions and was kind of a psycho until she got eventually got better about it. And because of the people she was around all the time. And Shez is a thoroughly good person who's good with people and also happens to be an accident-prone moron who keeps getting the shit beaten out of her for various reasons.
Yeah.
I won't let myself stop here.
And then eventually we'll get to Ike, who's just a himbo.
And Mickey Sue,
And Mickey
who just
Sue,
in
who's-
canon can't do anything wrong.
And Mickey Sue, who's literally just a Mary Sue.
Yep.
Like, there's a reason we call her Mickey Sue.
She is still my favorite Fire Emblem Lord.
I mean, I fucking adore Micaiah. She's the best.
But I will fully acknowledge she is a Mary Sue.
By the way, like, I'm sure you noticed, but she has a different voice actress.
I know.
In Engage. Do you know why?
I assume because her original VA is dead?
No, she's just like 70 something. Oh, we need a goddess statuette, huh? I just assumed that was her name, since 99% of the time you call her that instead of her real name. No,
No, her name's Micaiah. Well,
her name is Micaiah. That is accurate. It's just, you know, we constantly refer to her as Mickey
carry a
Sue
little
because
of
she's
everything
just
here.
a Mary Sue. We needed a goddess something, right?
a statuette or something like that.
You've got an eye for quality,
Gimme.
friend. Hope to see you again soon.
Oh, oops. Ah, there. Yeah, I brought you a goddess thingy, whatever. Give me some tomatoes and peaches and fruits or whatever.
Yeah, we call her Mickey Sue because that's just the best description for who/what she
Hey,
is.
it's Fog of War map.
Oh joy, we love those.
Yeah, they're definitely my favorites.
Let's earn our keep.
Item drops resources.
Hope this is...
Shall we?
Mercy.
Actually, and I think I've said this on stream before, but I'm actually quite fond of most of the Fog of War maps in Engage.
I'm here to help. I'll give it 1000%.
It's definitely better when you've got
one of
Micaiah's
those
in
easy
front row.
wins.
I shall do my very best. Oh no, that's not good.
It's not good, Mercy?
Just complaining about something.
You shall pay for this. You hear?
I've been trying to think of like what the Engage playthrough to do for stream is gonna be. Because obviously we can't just do it like
Right.
so I'm trying to figure out what the restrictions are gonna be. I've already got a few playthroughs lined up that I want to do at some point. I just don't know which one I want to do.
That's it for us.
So what are you thinking?
So obviously I want to do an all-female run.
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
And I kind of want to do an all backup unit run, where I just like
Backup unit?
yeah. So you know how you have the different unit types, like
Oh, I very seldom pay attention to that, but I'm aware of the concept.
So the backup ones are the ones that like as long as they're within, like if you're attacking something that is within their attack range, they will jump in on the attack, doing a flat 10% of the enemy's health at a flat 80% accuracy. So I kind of want to do a playthrough where I just run everybody as a backup unit. Like, I run all the naturally backup units, and I class change Shez over to Shez, Lear over to a backup unit, and then just run nothing but backup units.
I can always count on
I kind of want to do an all flyers playthrough. Like an all stealth playthrough would be pretty cool. Like an all covert unit playthrough, or just everybody's covert units. like I haven't felt this fucking motivated to just like do weird shit. A lot of Slava this show. I haven't been this motivated to just do like weird fucking runs since Radiant Dawn. Because Radiant Dawn was the one where I spent an absurd amount of time replaying the game just doing stupid challenges. Like, this is my all Lagoos run.
Well, Radiant Dawn was a borderline perfect game.
That is wildly. It is far from being a perfect game. It is, however, my favorite Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
But it is way not a perfect game.
No, of course it's not, but I kind of want to do an All Flyers playthrough. Oh, wow, I'm so shocked.
Listen, you.
I won't let myself stop here.
But yeah, that Inu wanting to do an All Flyers playthrough is every bit as surprising as me wanting to do all Mage playthroughs.
Well, see, all Mage is kind of complicated though, because Mage isn't actually like a type. So I mean, you could be like, oh yeah, I'm only going to use people who use tomes, which is fine, but like, I think it'd be equally interesting to do an all mystical unit playthrough. Like all the mystical unit types, the ones that are just like, no, fuck your cover, I don't care.
That's true.
And like the all women playthrough is kind of interesting because it removes like it removes at least 4 of my biggest heaviest hitters from my main team. Because I couldn't use Diamant, I couldn't use Kagetsu, and I couldn't use Alchrist. And like I've actually been getting a lot of really good work done with Zelkov recently. And
shouldn't we go do that bonus map before we start claiming shit?
No, it's fine. It only decrements when you do fights. And even if like both of those have been fights, we would have been okay. I did the math first. Yeah, Zelkov's been putting in real good work. Alfred has been doing a lot of work. So like, it's taking us, and I can't use Seedall. You can't use the dancer because he's a guy.
That's true.
So, and the other thing is I feel like I would not be able to restrict the emblems on it though. Like, that seems like it would be too much. Like, you'd want to still have access to all the emblems and not just restrict it to the... Because at that point, you're only able to use Celica, Micaiah... I guess you could use maybe about half the emblems, but like...
You could use Celica, Micaiah, Corrin,
Edelgard. Specifically Edelgard.
Edelgard, you could use Tiki, you could use... Camilla. Like, you've got good options with just only the female emblems.
Yeah, but like...
Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn is extremely good. Lucina is like one of the best emblems in the game. She gets shit on sometimes, but like... She is absolutely one of the strongest emblems. It's like her, Micaiah is also extremely good.
Micaiah is excellent.
Like,
Saline,
I'm
or
so,
not Saline,
I'm so glad
Celica's
that
good.
Micaiah is actually good.
Same.
I'm here to help. I'll give it 1,000%. I'll back you up.
Wait, no,
I'll give it 1,000%.
Ike is also excellent.
Ike...
Great Ether, I love.
Here's my problem with Ike is actually in being engaged with him. Because having no dodge is really not.
I mean, I keep Ike on Diamant, who's got really high defense anyway, so
I mean,
it's not a huge issue.
I got him on Alfred, and Alfred is rocking like 60 defense, but you do the problem is all the units that like you are probably thinking of using Ike on are all very physically defensively oriented and get shit on by magic.
I mean, granted, but that's...
And then not being able to dodge that magic at all.
But that's the thing you kind of have to plan for with physically defensive units anyway, so I don't really consider it a change in strategy or tactic.
The really interesting thing is, I think Hector kind of does pretty much what Ike wants to do, but like better.
I haven't played with Hector's Emblem Ring much, so I can't speak to that. But I can say I've gotten a tremendous amount of joy from the Emblem Rings that I've been using. I really do want Celica's Emblem Ring back.
Chapter 20, I think. So, Hector's Emblem Ring basically makes you an unstoppable super murder god on enemy phase. Like, it just gives you ridiculous bonuses during enemy phase.
If I just stay focused.
Whereas, like, Lyn is entirely focused on player phase and being a death machine in player phase. Like, Hector is just like, no, I am king of enemy phase. Everybody dies to me in enemy phase.
Did you witness
Which is
my
arguably more
prowess?
useful.
Hey!
Oh, yeah. It's because you killed all the random scrub lords. You had the lower health bar mob, and then could run around and kill shit. Whereas I was just kind of beating up the one mob the whole time. But yes, congratulations. It does not surprise me in the slightest. It's okay, I did the math first. Somehow that doesn't actually reassure me in any... Screw you, Bio.
I am quite enjoying Soren's Emblem Ring.
Soren's Emblem Ring is very good, I think. Cataclysm is not nearly as strong as I thought it was going to be.
No.
Bolting is also not nearly as strong as I thought it was going to be. It's good, don't get me wrong. Like, the fact that it can't counter is really unfortunate. But other than that, bolting is extremely, like, having that range is excellent.
Yeah.
The fact that you can't double with it is unfortunate. The fact that its base might is so low is unfortunate. And it makes it really hard to kill with it in a lot of circumstances, which is very unfortunate. But Rexcalibur is fucking god tier.
So here's the thing on
and also Flare is incredible.
Yeah, Flare is excellent, and I wish it were an inheritable skill.
Yeah, that would be great. It sucks that it's not.
But
oh, we just need to do stuff here now, don't we?
The thing about
there is a sleepy cat there.
Soren is I use Soren on Saline. And
Can you make yourself useful?
What that ends up translating to for me is because my Saline's everything capped, it means she triggers Ignis a lot.
Nope, that's not a thing.
Or whatever it's called.
Let's do this together.
And
indeed,
when that triggers, she almost always one-shots with, even with bolting. And
you're on normal. Reminder.
Fair, but
we always do our fair share.
You're on a difficulty where things don't have stats, though.
Or at least they don't have as high of stats. But
Can you make yourself useful?
That's loads of fun for me. So I'm genuinely torn on whether or not I'm gonna give.
Did you have you seen Camilla's second engage weapon yet? My God.
No, what is it?
So you know,
short work of this.
You know the Olwyn S ring, right? The one that makes Thunder a brave weapon.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, you still can't double with it normally. So Camilla's second engage weapon is called Lightning.
Oh no, I should
and
be
it's
the one
Thunder.
thanking you.
Except it's not restricted from follow-ups, so you can double with it normally, and also it's brave weapon.
Useful?
So it's just the Olwyn S ring on fucking steroids.
Now that could be fun.
Yeah, especially considering that she also gives movement bonus when you're engaged with her.
Yeah. Is it bad that I'm kind of debating just tossing her on Ivy?
I think that's very well. Flying units get 2 bonus move as opposed to just 1. I think it's +2 for flying and +1 for cav. I might have that backwards, but they get even more bonus move than she normally gives, and then when you have the double zap lightning tome, like yeah, she's kind of nuts on, and her first engage weapon, her axe, her 1/2 range axe, is magic damage.
Yeah,
so that
I know.
also scales off of magic. She's just good for magic units, which is hilarious because she doesn't seem like it, but she is. They gave Camilla some dumb bullshit. Can't say I'm surprised at all. Yeah, I know, it's kind of nuts. Also, Ivy is basically just the Camilla of Engage. Like, much like how Camilla came in like mid-game and was a god tier unit that would carry you to end game, Ivy does the exact same shit.
Again, not in my game. My Ivy's gotten stat screwed on level ups.
Care to make yourself useful?
I mean, that's the threat of playing on variable growths. So the reason that you can say like so definitively that she is a god tier unit that carries you the rest of the game is maddening. Because maddening,
sure
really
hope it's something I
interestingly,
can actually do.
maddening in Engage is on fixed stat
If I can be
growths.
of any assistance,
Yes.
please let me know.
So, and the way it works is really fascinating. So, every time you level up, you get points added to each of your stats equal to what would normally be your growth percentage. And anytime you go over 100, it subtracts 100 and adds a point. So for somebody that has like a 50% speed growth, it means you will get a speed point every other level guaranteed. So it means that like you pretty much know exactly what you're going to level up at all times. And you can control what level ups you're going to get based on what classes you're in. So you can actually start to do some stupid shit where you like swap your classes around a bunch in order to get level ups to get stats that you really want. But fixed stat growth is only on Maddening. It's not available on the other difficulties. And it's forced on Maddening, so you can't get RNG blessed in Maddening. So you have to work with actually what you're given. Doubly so because there are no.
Let's be quick, shall we?
There are no skirmishes.
I know you don't care
there are
much
no
for
skirmishes
working
on
with me.
Maddening.
I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth.
I think you could probably still abuse the relay trials, like doing stuff over there in order to generate additional arena. I think that would still
What do you
work.
expect? That was
I haven't
child's
tried
play.
it. I'm probably not gonna, because like, honestly,
No.
at this
We
point,
can
I don't
leave it
really
at that.
want to play on
I
Maddening
appreciate
yet.
the help today, Felix.
Like, my subsequent playthroughs are probably all going to be on
We all
normal
must
at
do
this
our
point,
fair share.
honestly. Like, I'm glad I did it on hard the first time around, but like, the subsequent playthroughs, I don't really want to have to grind, so I don't really feel like doing, like, you know, skirmishes.
Care to make
So I'm
yourself
just going to put it
useful?
on normal and really just focus the main story rather than doing other shit.
I mean,
other
that's
stuff.
fair.
And that's probably, realistically, that's what we're going to do for stream as well, is we're just going to put it on normal and not have to worry about, like, skirmishes.
See, I'm the opposite way, where I think most of my future playthroughs
Counting on you
probably
both.
are going to be on hard.
I will see it done speedily.
Just
Very
for the
well.
challenge.
I shall lend you my
The way
strength.
I've always played the Fire Emblem games is I play them on normal for my first
We all must
playthrough,
do our
just to
fair
see the
share.
story and you know, be able to enjoy it. But
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just want to not have to, like, grind on
Care to make yourself
challenge
useful?
modes. Like, I'd rather just play through and, you know, like, make progress rather than faff around not getting anywhere. Fire Emblem thing where you can't just get completely screwed over and put into an unwinnable situation entirely because of
got
bad
nothing to
random
worry
stat
about
growths.
with the
Wouldn't
two
that
of
have
you
been
on the
nice
job.
recently? Yeah.
Let's get this over with
I mean,
quickly.
I
so
can
we
only
have
think of a
nice
couple of
cup
times in
tea.
the series' history that fixed growth has ever been a thing.
Yes, please.
And you know what the other
maybe
time I
some
can
of your
think
treats to
of
go with
was
it?
for it?
Radiant Dawn.
No, Radiant Dawn does not have fixed growths.
Well, I'm thinking about like the bonus EXP system, which
No, that has rigged growths.
Yeah.
There's a difference. The only other Fire Emblem I can think of that had fixed growth as an option, and this was actually an option you could toggle regardless of difficulty, although you might have had to clear the game first, was Path of Radiance. Path of Radiance has a fixed growth option. And in that one, like, if it does work the exact same way as Engage's, which it might, it doesn't matter because you don't have a way to alter people's actual growths. Like, the growths are per unit, not per, like, not per class or per whatever. It's unit growth rates, not unit growth rates plus class growth rates. So having fixed growths just meant that you knew exactly what stat points you were getting at every single level. And you knew exactly what stats, like, people were going to have by the end of the game. And that's the speedrun, actually.
Let's get it done.
The speedrun for Path of Radiance is you just run fixed growths and you solo everything with Ike.
We all must do our fair share.
Okay, we still got 2 thingy points. Time to go cook. You!
Hunger is the true enemy.
Give me some shit. Yeah, weapon durability and awakening gauge, sure, why not? Plane and any, sure. There we go. Nice.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
It's because you put in the fishy oil for Flame.
Oh, but this is simply scrumptious. I love, love, love it.
Of course you do, it's the fishy oil.
Wow, this is so good. I had no idea you had this kind of skill.
Meanwhile, Annie's just humoring us because, you know, Annie is a sweetheart.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Oh. And Dedue and Petra, sure, why not? Come here.
Who do you think's gonna be lurking in the background while we eat?
I'm gonna go with Alear.
I'm gonna guess Ash
Hey, this is
and
great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Mercy. Nope.
Nope, it's in fact Sedith and Dimitri.
This surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have enjoyment of this?
The little UI told me, that's how. Because she didn't put in the fish. It's because she didn't put in the fish oil for Flame. Without the delicious, tasty poison, the flavor just isn't there. The whole recipe was based around it after all.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Alright, Mr. Training Instructor.
Training
We need to have some training.
between victory and defeat.
Step 1, clear everybody. Step 2. Dimitri and Dedue. Felix and Ash. Sylvain and Mercy. Skip Annie. Ingrid. And Rodrigue. Bernadetta and somebody, Dorothea apparently, Petra and Happy, Sedith, Flame,
Aw, daddy-daughter bonding time.
and Shell and Gatekeeper, I guess. Why not? Go! Oh, Gatekeeper like instantly mastered whatever he was
And
working on.
Bernie
So
did as
Bernie.
well.
Yeah.
Hope this is good for something.
Bernie is a master dancer
A
now,
new
I
power
think.
is now being mine.
Have I regained my true power?
I don't know, have you, Keyhole?
I didn't know I could do that.
Okay, Bernie, go learn how to do Mortal Savanting, I suppose. And Gatekeeper, if you wouldn't mind learning how to... Brigand, I guess? Felix mastered whatever he was working on.
Dorothea's almost mastered whatever it is she's working
Dimitri has learned Friendish Blow.
No, this is not
Dedu
my
has
peak.
learned Faith.
Got to give this a try sometime.
Focused Streak A.
I'm a better man now than I was 5
Kavise.
minutes ago.
The more I'm capable of,
Expert
the more I can
Guard.
help His Majesty.
I still have
And
talent,
Shore?
I see.
I didn't know I could do that.
Death Blow. Felix, you're not working on
A
Fortune.
bio.
You're not working on Lawyer.
Quoted Sedith, so I regained my true power, and then commented, as long as lockpicks exist, you definitely haven't keyhole.
Alright. Oh, hey, Dorothea mastered whatever she was working on.
That looks like Mortal Savant.
It does look like
Look at that.
Counter break. Alright. You're in Trickster. Go work on Falcon Knight then. And go! Oh, Petra mastered whatever she was working on.
A new power is now
I guess
being
it must be Warrior.
It's how
Or
you
no.
use a power that matters.
Archer?
Archer or Sniper.
Oh hey, she's done with the mid-tier.
Good job, Petra.
Go work on Dancer. Oh hey, Mercy mastered Armor Knight?
Holy Knight, I think.
I think I've learned something new.
No, it was definitely Armor Knight.
Have I regained my true power?
Holy Knight, yeah, Great Knight. You wouldn't have gotten thingy from. You'll work on Bow Knight, I guess. The Dew has mastered being a priest. Sylvain has mastered wearing armor.
And Gatekeeper's
mastered
mastered.
being an angry axe boy.
How can I best... No, this is...
I'm a
No.
better man now than I was.
It's how you...
To do. Congratulations, you mastered being a bishop. Now go be a warlock. Lane, you mastered being a fortress knight. Go be a warrior. And Gatekeeper, you mastered being a brigand. So go be an archer instead. Go. And Ash mastered whatever Ash was working on.
I could use this.
This will help everyone out.
Mortal Savant.
And Mortal Savant, yeah.
This better not be one of those weird powers.
Wishing you over working on DK.
Time to work you into shape.
We'll acquire some classes. Like Dark Bishop. Dark Bishop to do.
I will devote myself.
And Great Knight Felix.
I'll reach for new heights.
And Great Knight Sylvain. Well, everybody learning Great Knight today. And Bow Knight. I thought that was gonna be Great Knight again. And Bow Knight Petra.
A new challenge that will...
Oh hey, some mid tiers. And Fortress Knight Gatekeeper.
Well, this is...
Bio, wow. Were those really the best robes we could find for to do?
Evidently, yes.
Well, this is new.
Warrior Gatekeeper. And Wyvern Rider Gatekeeper.
Well, this is new.
Alright, sweet.
With proper training,
So
you'll be
just-
unstoppable.
Thinking of it. Mercy. It'll be a Wyvern Lord. So what are you actually using as a weapon? Oh, right. Plus 30 axes Zoltan. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Supply. Nope, I didn't want the Spy Master. I wanted the Shopkeeper, but that's close enough for this one. Went the wrong way. Excuse me, come through. Excuse me, pardon me, come through.
I carry a little of everything here.
You've got an eye for
You've
quality,
got an eye
friend.
for quality, friend.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again soon.
Not likely. Alright, more map. Azarian Road time.
Why did we not claim that one place down below us?
Missed it. Didn't see it.
What you think?
More than 20 luck, huh? Thank you for the trash speed run. Saving of the Silver Maiden.
Wasn't that one of Mickey Sue's titles?
No, that was the Maiden of Dawn.
Chapter 1, the silver-haired maiden? Then I
Bring
swear
your
there was
company
something.
over to the western wall. I'll
Silver-haired
defend the
maiden
interior
was a-
myself.
Was a chapter, yes.
Yes, Lady Catherine.
Oh, hey, look. It's Catherine and her much
Been a
cooler
while
friend.
Since I've had the pleasure of watching you work, Catherine.
It's Catherine and the person cosplaying from,
It's Catherine and God Eater.
Yep.
It's been, what, 2 years now since you left the Knights? You
Like,
picked some time for a
Shamir's
reunion.
outfit looks so unlike
The kingdom called
everyone
and I answered.
else's.
That's it. Besides,
What? If you got words for me, then spit them out.
Oh, McLeod.
words, huh? You know, I wasn't sure what to expect when I heard there was an ex-bandit playing general over here. But your orders are precise, and you have some serious tactical know-how. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were a trained leader.
He was, but
Sometimes
then
even
Sylvain was
bandits
born
have
with a
great
crest.
commanders. Not often, but I've seen it happen.
Hey, now that he's learned expert card, maybe Rodrigo will be able to not get stabbed again.
Forces.
Well, as long
That
as we
defense
recruit
strategy was
Violet, that's
practically
true.
beaten into me when I was a little kid.
You really are the former heir to House Gautier, then. I heard a lot about you when I was a kid myself. I'd always hoped to spar with you one day. Never thought you'd end up disowned.
Cram it. I'm the one who cut ties with that rotten house of mine.
Are you, though?
You've done well to stay alive since.
Yeah, because I've got a purpose now. I'm gonna show the world that if I act all
You've got a
proper,
purpose.
even a crestless loser like me can accomplish whatever he wants. Ugh, made me sick to my stomach hearing that drivel. Even sicker coming from some weak-willed king with a crest who's been spoon-fed his whole life.
Yet here you are, fighting in his army. And well, at that.
Yeah, turns out the king's not the only weak-willed one around here. You know what they said to me? That I wasn't going to be held back by crests anymore. That the only thing tying me down now was my own past mistakes.
It's a shame
Now
Miklon's
look
not
at me,
like a
square
recruitable
at the
unit.
top of a squad
Yeah.
full
Because
of
if he
crest
was, I would
bearers and
absolutely
non-alike.
just hand him the Lance of Ruin and have
But
let him have fun.
ridiculous as it sounds,
He'd kill himself.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
part of me's actually come to like it.
I could give him the
Lady
crest stone.
Our enemies are within the fortress, but
All of the
But you know,
gates were sealed.
if you were to do something like that, you had to not
This is
give him the
Arian
crest
Road
of
we're talking
dossier
about.
because he's
There's
still not
probably more
allowed
than
to
a
have
few
that.
hidden passageways we're not aware of in here. The former lord of this fortress, Count Rowe, fell in battle, but I doubt he was the only one familiar with the secrets of its construction. Then we'll have to fight them off until reinforcements arrive. I will cut these trespassers down in one fell swoop.
Will you, Catherine? Why do I get the feeling we're
We
gonna
don't
have to
even know
save
how
your
many of them
stupid
there
ass?
are yet. Looks like I'm finally settling my debts.
Such a bleak outlook will only consign you and your soldiers to defeat.
Why you... Forget it. Look, if you want to make
If
it out of
Miquelon
this
was a playable
alive,
unit, I would have absolutely given him Lance of Ruin just for fun. But
fortress
wouldn't
like
that just
this
turn him into a
has
giant
always
monster
got a
and die?
secret
Yep,
passage.
that's what's fun about it.
Only a few places it could be.
Basically sums up the difference in ideology Inu and I typically have when playing
fighting
games.
has reached
What?
Arian
Just
Road's
destroy
inner
them?
walls.
Yeah.
The enemy must have entered
So
through
why
some
are you doing
unknown
it?
route.
Because it sounds more fun. Okay.
I'm glad they're already in. Just means more chances to show what I can do.
Why would you do such a hilariously evil thing? Because it's
everyone prepared?
hilariously evil.
Today, we will deal a decisive blow not only to the
God,
vile
all
emperor,
the dark side
but
options
to
in
all of
Coder.
Adrestia.
This is
I
so
will be
like
depending on each and
comedically
every
evil.
one of
It's
you to do it.
incredible.
Now, with me.
I always ended up morally gray when I was playing Coder from like the perspective of actually trying to make the choices I would make in those situations, purely because that there are so many moments in the Coder games where using the Force to persuade people to do things just saves you so much time. I'm not going to do that. You're doing that. It's for the greater good.
Fortify. Yeah, sure. Fortify. Right, that seems fine, probably. Marksman. I would call him marksman. Yeah. Okay, there's a chest. We gotta make sure we have Ash. Okay, cool. Ash is here. 2,000 kills, 21 minutes, 60% damage.
Bio, did the option that you chose make HK happy? Yes, then it was the morally correct option, no matter how many orphans were killed in the process.
Exactly. If HK and Canderous approved, it was the right choice.
That's so tremendously wrong.
Basically, if it got Mission pissed at you, it was the right choice.
Mission was a sweetheart, and you were always a monster to her.
I'm here to
Yeah,
help.
well, only because I played
If you don't
Darkseid,
mind.
and therefore
I'll give it
she
1,000%.
if you don't, join, you're getting killed. So she refused to join up with evil Revan, so Zalbar killed her because he didn't have a choice. And I killed Zalbar just for fun.
You're a monster.
Plus, Jolie and oh god, and Yohani, both of them had to die, and Karth, obviously.
You monster. Karth is a sweetheart.
Yeah, but he
Same as
wouldn't be.
Mission.
But he wouldn't be evil, so they had to die.
To infiltrate the fortress, and have already engaged Catherine.
I gave them a choice, and they chose
Let us
poorly.
help them at once. We cannot afford failure. Arian Road is too valuable.
So they really did find a back way in. Seems like the main gate's still closed. Thankfully, the controls aren't too far off.
Here to help. They are relying on me.
stationed units around the controls for the gate. We'll need to fight our way past them if we're to have any hope of opening.
You're tagged to a flying unit.
I didn't realize it was a spike
True to
force
its
at
fame,
first.
the Silver Maiden's arsenal is robust indeed.
Just pardon me. Guess I've lost a step.
That was mostly me not realizing it was a spike force. To be honest.
That's Shamir. We must assist her.
There, I actually remembered to press the lever before leaving this time.
Take a breather.
This is where I die. Not the most comfortable place for an eternal sleep.
Need recruiting.
Shamir is in dire trouble. We must help her at once.
I'm not able to go this way
You
yet.
will be
Guess
able in
not.
a second. Doors will be opening.
And I will stay here.
There you go.
Now that appears to have only done the main gate.
That should
Thought
bring
that's where
our
you
way
were.
into the fortress.
Who I think I accidentally evaporated when I wasn't paying attention. And double back. It's fine.
I can go.
Like a huge portion of this place is kind of sealed off and inaccessible at the moment. Oh, Mr.
Why
Warlock.
can't I swap to Annie?
No, why can't you swap down?
I appreciate your help.
We can do this!
Let's give it all.
The Emperor's personal guard is pretty tough. I'm almost impressed. Almost.
Take a breather. Surprised you came for me. I guess I should return the favor.
Level up for someone. Percy.
I've got this.
More Kingdom forces! Quick, request reinforcements from the main army.
Don't let messengers reach your destination.
Stop the messengers. If they send in more troops,
Fine.
we'll never reach the main hall.
Hate me all you
Take the western one.
Because I was already heading east, and rerouting is not easy when I can't swap to my flyer.
My turn?
The western one's dead. Ugh, door's still closed.
Sorry. The game won't let me fly.
Allow me. Nope. Care to join me? Here, take a breather. Let's assist each other.
Taking care of.
No reinforcements should be showing up now.
So we still haven't aided and rescued Shamir. Or aided and recruited Shamir.
Oh, we aided her. She thanked us for the rescue.
This is our chance.
Well, there's still an enemy attacking her, so...
Yeah, because we had to go kill messengers.
Be safe. Please, go rest. You can leave this to us.
Appreciate it. I owe you one.
Yes, you do. Well, get the fuck out.
One of the Gautier brats, huh? Don't tell me you actually want to fight.
I'm a lot more than some stupid family name. I'll not get to you.
Isn't someone feisty? Fine. Show me what you can do.
Pick one. We don't need heroes here.
It's probably for the best that I don't go help him, honestly. But we can't abandon him either. Let us open this gate and hurry to Miklon's aid. So we have to open this gate before we can open the one at the main hall? That's annoying.
Allow me.
Game is making me run over these spikes.
Take a breather.
Out of the way! Oh, I can't open that, can I? Not a beat.
Where is Ash?
I'll do my best.
Where are you? Also.
So I'm basically right by where Ash is. There's a door that, yeah.
Let's move.
That's one.
Not bad, but not good enough to beat me, well.
It might be different if you had a crest, but there's no way I'm losing to some crestless old man.
You got your door, right?
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
Oh, do we have chest access?
No, I just
Let's
wanted
move.
to unlock this door for me, so I have to go around.
You sure know how to farm, but can you fight? Let's find out, shall we, Miklon?
You can, Ash.
Oh, now I can go through the side path.
Yep.
And I have to, in fact.
Yes.
Which is infuriating.
It appears we're in time.
For so
we will
many
help bolster
reasons.
the main hall.
Including?
Wow.
I still can't fly.
That sounds like a you problem.
Here. I guess it really never hurts to ask.
I'll show you.
On to the next one. I can always count on you.
Oh, hey, there's Margrave Gautier.
Out of the way.
How you doing, Sylvain's dad? We've run this side done.
There should be one more device to open the gates to the main hall.
You'll need
I'm
to
almost there.
You really don't hold anything back, do you? It's time I put you out of your misery.
I had been doing well at keeping up on kills, and then you teleported to get where you needed to go. Well, I had to run.
How you guys, Miklon died.
I didn't expect you to give me that much trouble. You put up a fine fight. Or should I say, Sir Miklon.
I may have disowned him as my son, but I see no reason not to avenge him.
I thought he said he left the family. Now you're claiming you disowned him? Make up your mind.
Alternate but non-conflicting realities, you know?
I'll do my best. Let's move.
I believe he kept that many forces away from the main hall. That brother of mine really was something.
Everyone prepare to fire! Give them hell!
Oh no, they activated the ballista.
We need to shut those weapons down first.
He's a stronghold.
Here, come with me. Let us assist each other. Out of the way.
next.
here.
That was incredible, Flame.
Dimitri,
I
please
didn't
don't
know
die
you
to
had
some
it in you.
random Wyvern Iron.
You got spirit. I'm impressed.
That's big talk from someone who looks like he's got one foot in the grave.
Oh no, Catherine! We must go to her aid!
Now the stronghold is ours. Let's turn
Seems
these
like, oh
things
no,
off.
my babysitter that I'm several hundred years old, 100,000 years older than.
I don't think she's several 100,000.
No, that was several hundred, wait, thousand.
I think she's several 100,000 years older than you.
This is our chance! I'm on it!
That should put a stop to the attacks, too.
Perfect. Now the trap should be disabled too.
Well done, everyone. All that's left is to invade the main hall. I see the whelps are all here. Think any of you can kill me? As far as graves go. Yes.
Wendell has died.
A knight with no lord to serve faces adversity indeed.
Guess I really dragged you down there. Thanks for the help. Report! A large Imperial force is advancing on the Aryan Road perimeter.
Ooh, right hand side of the map.
Yep, that's where I'm already
What's our
heading.
move, Boar? We will not give the fortress back to them. All forces, move to intercept!
Somewhere right around here, as I recall.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, how Plaza fall. Once you get to
You should know
stall
that
long
this
enough for
fortress
me
is
to
one
activate
fun
this.
Yep, Fury is right fucking here. I did really well on remembering where I need to go. He's far enough away, he shouldn't get hit in that special.
We already activated hidden staircases.
Here, come with me!
They opened another secret passage? Whoever that is must be quite familiar with the construction of this place.
It's someone from House Rome. Oh, then maybe we can persuade him to join our side.
Yeah, give me the option. There we go.
Okay, where'd he go?
Aryan Road is a key position for
Where'd
us.
you go, you sneaky
We
bastard?
must retake
He
it,
went up the, he
even
went
if
down
we
the
suffer
stairs.
losses in the process.
I can't believe I got myself dragged out here.
Stop running away, you asshole!
Oh, Linhardt's here too.
If they hit the main hall, we lose the whole battle.
Like, I get it, Yuri. Flame's terrifying, but
I guess I'll just leave Fury to you.
yeah, I got him.
I'll go deal with Linhardt and his
Plus, we've
dad.
got to protect the strongholds all around it, too.
Here, come with me!
On the side. Okay, it's fine.
Please tell me you're not pointing that thing at my beautiful face.
I knew it. You're from House Rome. We sure could use you on our side. What do you say?
Well, when you put it that way. I guess I would prefer not to get butchered.
I'm heading south.
Prepare a volley of arrows. Show them the results of your training.
Do that.
I'll be dropping out here.
I'm not ready to die yet after all.
See if I can figure out The door. There it is.
Fire.
How close!
This is just the beginning.
Watching you fight on gives me the bravery I need to do the same.
There you
I
are.
am Valdemar von Hedrick, Imperial Minister of Domestic Affairs. My reasons for being here are my own.
Here, come with me! Let us assist each other! Out of the way!
I won't be much use if I'm wounded.
Wounded, he says.
Rather disappointing.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Any further?
Did I get him?
There's
He
no
dead?
sense in getting myself killed.
I think so.
I shall retreat.
Nice one. That's a huge relief.
Excellent. So that's what commander's dealt with. Question now is, where is Edelgard?
We will crush the Kingdom Army and seize
South.
Arian Road
Yep,
once and for
I'm
all. Forward!
fairly close.
This battle shall determine the fate
I
of the
went
Western
back
Front.
south
I'm all right. We must show
because
them
I
the might
had
of the
a
Empire.
feeling.
The Edelgard and defend our Edelgard with
Take us
last.
down here. The war is over.
I'm not
Everyone, now is the time to rally against the Empire.
Where are you?
Must not lag behind Edelgard. Everyone, forward!
Excuse me, Edelgard. Why'd you move?
They've mobilized. We must defeat them quickly.
Edelgard, stop running away, you bitch!
Prepare to die!
Once this battle is over, I can just feel it. Ferdinand von Arndt, hero of Adresti.
Telling yourself that Ferdinand's not dead, man.
Let him think he's a hero. What's it
It will
hurt?
take more than this to stop me.
About chance.
as long as we're together.
I'm gonna follow your lead. I've got you now.
Alright, Ferdinand's dead.
Unfortunately, really do have quite a lot to live for. I must take my leave, but revenge will be mine.
Will it?
Assist each other. Out of the way!
It seems you are the victor in this fight. I bid you farewell.
No escape!
Indeed, this moment will be the doom of you both.
Tallest,
Dear Edelgard, it has been far too long.
Thalos is here.
is it so? Have you really found an ally in Dimitri?
What lie is this?
So you are not allies? That makes more
Oh,
sense.
is that glasses guy even here based
can't
off his
imagine
design?
you
He's
joining
just an
forces with the
accountant, not a
man who
fighter.
killed your
Yeah,
father.
basically. And then it'll start getting wounded. Dimitri, I don't think you
If
understand
what you
how this
say
works.
is the truth, if this man murdered my father, then you and I have much to talk about. Till then, nobody lays a hand on you.
Well, so much for that.
Is
Edelgard.
Hey guys, I found the Flame Emperor. Dimitri, my guy, you really fucking suck at this, my god.
That's enough. I'm alright. Really.
No, you're not. And I'm not gonna let you die here, okay? I promised you, didn't I? By your side. Always.
Well, we were 5 minutes ahead of schedule, 400 kills over, and...
One step closer. I've grown.
Nowhere near the health threshold. Yeah, less than half the health threshold.
Did you witness my prowess?
MVP Flame!
MVP Flame!
I feel like I definitely killed more shit, but...
Yes, you did.
You probably completed more mission
I
objectives
probably
or
took
something?
care of more mission objectives. I mean, I did kill Edelgard. And Yuri, and the Count.
And Yuri has joined us. He's a Fortress Knight. Catherine has joined us. She's a Mortal Savant.
Okay, but I think that's actually what she's supposed to go into, so...
Jameera's here. She's a warrior. I took away her bow.
Your Majesty, the Imperial Army makes to retreat. As for that monster, it's disappeared.
I'm fine.
Understood.
Dimitri, I'm the one who's supposed to get the shit beaten out of them, so trust me when I say you are not
I dare say
fine.
they had little choice.
We must treat your wounds, Your Majesty. They will only worsen without proper rest.
You needn't worry about me.
Jameera's here, and she isn't an archer for obvious reasons.
Secure
Yeah, exactly.
At once. Yes, Your Majesty.
Edelgard called my father's killer Talus.
Hey, Dimitri. I didn't catch more than a glimpse of the guy, but something's not sitting right with me. His power was so familiar. He might be another one. Like Tomas. And like me. How am I connected to them? Just what is this power I have?
Arval? Anything to add,
I
Arval?
understand your concern.
No? Okay.
But my thinking remains unchanged from 2 years ago.
Meanwhile, the
Whatever
dude's
the
just
truth of your
glaring
worries
at
may
your
be,
face.
I trust you. And I will continue to do so.
I mean, seriously, look, everyone
I
else
wish
is
I
so
had more to say
sympathetic,
than
but the look on Dedue's face is just, I'm so
My
done with you.
apologies. Still, if your power truly is the same as that of Tomas or this Talus, then we may find that the questions hanging over the two of us share a single answer.
What do you mean?
Edelgard said it was
Murder.
Talus that
It's
murdered my
murder.
father. Of course, it is the peak of folly to take an enemy's word at face value. But if she spoke true,
Hey Dimitri, I didn't see the guy for more than a bit,
Then
but
neither
something
the
doesn't
Western
seem right
lords
about him.
nor the Empire
Yes,
are
I
the root
suppose
of
his
this
power
strife.
was similar to yours. No, I meant how he
faction
didn't have
skulks in the
pupils.
shadows of Bodlin, bending matters to their will. And if we suppose Cornelia was party to Talus and his dark schemes, her actions become all the more explicable. I alone must bring light to this darkness.
You're doing it again. You don't hold a monopoly on revenge, you know. Or on truth-seeking for that matter.
Felix, shut up. Give all your dialogue to Ingrid,
I need to know what
please.
happened too. I need to face the reality of my past.
I'm into.
My fiance is dead.
My father to finally have closure.
My dad
I
is
know I don't
dead.
have the same kind of shared history all of you do.
Fuck you, Leonie. My dad
But I
is
do
dead.
share your desire to know the truth. Both about myself.
He never loved
and
you as
everything
much
else.
as me anyways.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
you're
as
right.
evidenced by the fact that he
Forgive
spent years with me, and as this game
the time
reveals, like
being,
a month,
Yeah,
if
with
that, with
Leonie.
you.
Yeah.
Dimitri.
But he always liked
We
Leonie
defended
better.
the fortress able,
Oh,
but lost
shit, he
countless
did.
capable officers and soldiers in the process.
She was
Then I
always a
will need
better
time to
apprentice to
recover
him
before I can wield my
Violet
lance
was.
anew.
At least our
Once we've
canon
secured
Violet,
the
yes,
silver
that's
needles,
accurate.
We'll return to the camp.
Our Violet didn't really care until he died.
Edelgard.
Dimitri, you and your ill-advised crush on your stepsister.
Are you certain?
What are you doing, step bro?
Adrestia is yours to command in the Emperor's stead. None remain who can stop your
I like this
ascension to the
generic,
peak of
like,
this
high
empire.
school, like, anime boy portrait for Talus for some reason.
It's Dimitri. It's
And what's
3
next, Your
times skip
Majesty?
Dimitri.
It really is, isn't it?
Nothing at present.
And now there's 2 of him.
Injury suffered during the siege of Aryan Road has left her unable to speak.
Hold a monopoly on revenge, you know. Felix is right. We definitely know someone who's very big on
Haven't you
revenge
always
as a general
dreamt of
concept. Would be
saving
very
your dear
mad if told
empire
only
in its
Dimitri could
time
do
of greatest
revenge.
need?
She'd need to get revenge on him for that.
Yes, you have a point. I will take up arms to solve this crisis. Under my rule, we shall crush the Kingdom and Alliance both, and unite all of Fodlan beneath the ever-majestic banner.
I love that they're not showing you the faces. Like, you can't figure out who they are.
I know, right?
The ambition of countless emperors past will be made manifest by none other than myself.
Come on, do it. You know you want to.
Say it.
There it is.
Savior.
And I suddenly look like a potato man and not like Shadow Dimitri for some reason.
Then we will
I love how I'm just like, go ahead, use your name. You know you want to.
It's your family's obsession. You must announce yourselves every time you appear. I am Ferdinand Ludwig von Eyre.
Having driven off the Empire and defended Aryan Road, Fargus gains a distinct advantage on the Western Front, while the indisposed Emperor retreats to her palace in Enbar.
Yes, she does.
Capitalizing on Edelgard's
The hair is also too
condition,
rounded for it to be pre-trying to
control
get
of
Dimitri's
Adrestia
portrait
is
silhouette.
wrested away by the now regent
maybe.
Ire. However, the citizenry
I suppose
grows
you would know.
quickly
You spent
resentful
long enough
of
That's
looking
true.
at those
You
portraits.
have spent more time staring at those portraits than we have.
Part 1, Finn.
Oh, good.
That means as soon as we load up, we're gonna get the Merc Whistle.
That is true. And we have to decide who we're giving it to. I'm sure you've already figured out who you're giving it to this time around.
I've not, actually. And we're 10 chapters away from... Or no, we're on chapter 10, which means we're 2 chapters away from getting Byleth?
Something like that.
I think that's chapter 12.
That's a map I'm not sure it's beneficial for me to play on.
It is. It absolutely is. Because it allows us to control four of the people on that map directly, and then just order around everybody else.
See, when I did it, I just ordered an all-out defense on the main place so that everybody else stayed off of it, and I could do it all myself.
Yeah, the problem is I had a few times where it just broke and didn't want to do that correctly. Anyways, we are going to call it here for this week. Next week, we get a Merc Whistle and then do some other shit. So, until then...
We'll catch you guys later.